A 7-3 count. And our pitching matchup today, it'll be right-hander Chris Lambert for the Cardinals, former first-round pick of St. Louis out of Boston College in 12 starts, 4 wins, 5 losses, 5.49 ERA. The league batting .290 against him, and he has surrendered 9 home runs. Meanwhile, the Travelers send Rafael Rodriguez to the hill for his 10th start. Rafi picked up a victory in his last appearance, beating the Tulsa Drillers. But only a second win, 2 wins, 4 losses, and Rafi's ERA in the Texas League at 8.60. He has surrendered 14 home runs in just 45 innings. That's the most home runs allowed by any pitcher in the Texas League this year. The ITT Tech pregame show here in Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KBXE. Earning a degree may not be as difficult to fit into your life as you may think. The ITT Technical Institutes offer traditional or online programs. You can find out more online at itt-tech.edu. Take a break and return with the Texas League report. See what's going on in the league today. Some guy named Roger Clemens is pitching for Corpus Christi. We'll learn a little bit about him after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KBXE.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, best-selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to Hammond Field, where we'll have the starting lineups in a couple of segments. Right now, a quick look at the Texas League report, see what's going on in the league today. Tulsa beat Wichita yesterday by a 3-2 final score. Josh Newman picking up the win in relief. The Drillers won that ball game with a run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alvin Colina with the game-winning hit. And so the Drillers at 38-24, remaining 3 games in front of Springfield for first place in the North Division. Wichita falls to 29-33. In the South Division yesterday, Corpus Christi beat San Antonio 8-3. That's the Hook's 5th consecutive victory. Juan Gutierrez 6-3 with the win. Adam Pettyjohn falls to 1-4 for the Missions with the loss. Corpus Christi now 4.5 games in front of Frisco as the Rough Riders were losers yesterday, 18-2 to the Midland Rockhounds. Brian Savitsky leading the way with 5 runs batted in. Brad Knox got his 4th win. Again, that final score, Midland 18, Frisco 2, in a ball game that was played 9 innings in just under 3 hours and 30 minutes. So Frisco tied with Midland at second place, 32-30, 4.5 games out of first place. Our game today starting at 2:10. Tulsa and Wichita starting at 2:05. Junior Herndon on the mound for the Wranglers, a record of 4-3. Drillers did not announce their starting pitcher. Midland at Frisco, 6 o'clock first pitch. Benjamin Frick will pitch for the Rockhounds with a record of 1-4. The Hounds picked up that win yesterday, ending a 6-game losing streak. Frisco needs a victory to remain at least 4.5 games behind Corpus Christi. Speaking of Corpus Christi, all eyes in not just minor league baseball, but I think Major League Baseball as well will be on Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi as Roger Clemens makes his second rehab performance in the Astros farm system. Just 6 days ago, he pitched for Lexington in the South Atlantic League. Clemens will be making his Texas League debut, which is something to think, being that Clemens is born and raised in Texas, played for the Longhorns, but of course never really played for any team that had any Texas League ties, and for that matter, Pat Clemens got up to the major leagues in less than a year after he was drafted by the Boston Red Sox. So Clemens making a Texas League debut today, taking on Travis Blackley of the San Antonio Missions at a record of 5-4. That ball game will start at 7:05, and it's on Fox Sports Southwest. So folks in Little Rock can watch that game just on local cable or satellite. So again, if you'd like to watch that, it's going to be an outstanding ball game to anticipate at Corpus Christi, where they should be packing in 10,000 people into Whataburger Field to watch Roger Clemens make the start for the Hooks. Clemens will be scheduled to make one more appearance in the Astros farm system, pitching for AAA Round Rock 5 days from today, and then he should be ready to go for the Astros come about a week and a half from now. We'll keep you updated on that game at Tulsa as we go throughout the broadcast today. That's the only one we'll have a chance to keep you updated on, and it does have bearing on the North Division standings with Springfield 3 games in back of Tulsa going into today's action. Take a break on the ICT Tech pregame show, returning with a sit-down chat with the voice of the Cardinals, Mike Lindskog, right after this on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because two great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most, yours. AT&T, with its passion to invest, and FCC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like regular Coke was engineered in space. I would not know. To think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity, it makes perfect sense. Zero is really 0 calories. Stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Welcome back to the ICT Technical Institute pregame show here on a Sunday afternoon in Springfield as the Travelers get set to take on the Springfield Cardinals, second game of this 5-game series. We're joined by the Springfield Cardinal broadcaster Mike Lindskog, who has joined us various occasions on pregame interviews. Mike, nice to have you on once again. Interesting game last night here at Springfield where Terry Evans introduced himself, I guess, in maybe the biggest way that any player ever could introduce himself to a local group of fans. 7 runs batted in with a couple of homers, 4 for 4. You get the sense that anybody even knew who Terry Evans was before yesterday's game. It's not that he was an early round draft pick. He was drafted, I think, somewhere in the 30th round, and he had a huge game yesterday. Already kind of maybe a fan favorite going into today's game.
Yeah, the only way they knew who he was is if they caught the game the night prior. He debuted just a couple nights ago down in Wichita, went 0 for 4, had a sac fly, so he did drive in a run. But otherwise, yeah, he's not really on the prospect radar. He's a guy that's really just kind of having a breakout career season. He's, a career, 240 hitter, and this year it's just kind of the lights come on, and he's just kind of figured things out. I'm glad he saved the best, though, for last night at home instead of Wichita the night prior.
I think that kind of description of Evans describes a good amount of some of the Springfield ball players. The guy I want to key on is Rico Washington. There's nobody that's at the front of every statistical category in the Texas League, but Washington's near the front of every one of them. He'd have the outside chance maybe for a triple crown if he's in the league the rest of the season. But here's a guy that the Cardinals signed as a free agent, and he's having a gigantic year. Another guy who kind of came out of left field, or third base in this sense. But why do you think Rico Washington has had such a great impact on the Cardinals this year?
Well, it's and you know what, it's deeper than that, Phil. It's not just those numbers offensively that you're talking about. He's played a very good third base for us as well. Last year we had a prospect at third base, Travis Hansen, and he was one of our leaders offensively. Defensively, there was some work to be done there. Rico has really been not only our leader offensively, but just a leader all the way around. I would attribute a lot of his success this year to the fact that, he is a 20-year 28-year-old guy in the Texas League. This is not his first barbecue, as they say, so he's a guy that's had some AAA experience, never really enjoyed AAA success, and he certainly never enjoyed AA success like he has this year. There was an opportunity here a couple of days back where Memphis, our AAA ball club in the Pacific Coast League, they needed one of our players, and obviously the guy that they should be taking is probably Rico Washington. He's put up amazing numbers. He's certainly worthy of a promotion. And my sixth sense tells me that the reason the Cardinals left him here and they took Brian Martin, he's been a real good player for us, but not the caliber of Rico Washington this particular season. The reason that they took Brian Martin instead of Rico Washington is to let us, kind of have a hunt at the playoffs here. We're just 3 games back at Tulsa, and I think that since we're still in the hunt, I think they left Rico here. But I think either the day that we clinch here in the first half or the day that we're eliminated, and right now we're 3 games off the pace, I would suspect that Rico might get the call up to AAA, which would probably bring an end to that potential Triple Crown season. He has been amazing, though, and he's done it defensively as well as offensively.
Well, Mike, you mentioned the pennant race. There's only 8 games left, and the Cardinals still have an outside shot at winning that first half division title, 3 games back of Tulsa. And as long as you guys are within 3 games before that last 4-game series, because you'll be taking on the Drillers here at Hammond Field, you guys would have to feel pretty good. As long as you stay within those 3 games, you have the chance. You're 8-2 against Tulsa. So is the general sense in the clubhouse right now that there's still a good chance to win this division as long as you handle your business against Arkansas and then maybe repeat your success against Tulsa?
Well, I know both the coaching staff and the players were pretty disappointed with this last road trip. We went, just 3-8 on a mammoth road trip. It was 11 games in 12 days, and we just didn't play well at all. We were lucky to get 3 victories, and we won the last game of that to even get to 3-8. And so we put ourselves behind the 8 ball for sure. We didn't play well against Wichita this first half. They're a team that is coming on lately. I think they've got a good offense, and they've sure had our number. And in turn, we've had Tulsa's number. I think that there's no way we should be 8-2 against the Drillers this year, but we took 4 of 5 in both series that we played them earlier this year. We played pretty well against the Travs, and I think those are 2 good positives that we've got going for us. Not only that, to be at home, we've played a lot better here at Hammond Field than we have on the road. We're actually 19-8 here in this building, so we've definitely got a chance, and to be able to control your own destiny with about a week left in the first half is, I guess, really all you can ask for.
Isn't there a real home field advantage playing at this park? You've got great baseball fans. They're here at every game. There were over 8,000 people here last night, and usually there's over 6,000 to 7,000 people here. It seems that there really is a home field advantage. Do the Cardinals feel more comfortable, do you think, playing at home in front of fans like this than they do playing on the road, and does that help them play better baseball?
Well, as far as being more comfortable, I mean, you stayed at that hotel in Midland in Wichita, so yeah, you know how much more comfortable it is to be home.
Comfortable is not a word to use in those places.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I do think there's a home advantage. I mean, I don't know if there's necessarily an intimidation factor when the opponent comes in here and they're playing in front of, a mini major league crowd. We've got this, here at Hammond Field. Down south, they've got it in Corpus Christi and Frisco where they get, good fan support as well. But yeah, I mean, the record indicates that, we played a lot better at home. Not just better, but a lot better at home. And then I think there's some truth to that rumor that, there is a little bit of home field advantage. As far as our fans are concerned, they're great fans. They're very knowledgeable baseball fans. They're very passionate about, Springfield Cardinal baseball and, of course, St. Louis Cardinal baseball on a much greater scale. And so, yeah, if it drives these kids and motivates them a little bit more, they're still young enough to the point where, fan support and being at home and playing in front of, a glamorous stage can still motivate them.
Last thing I want to ask about Mike, and this has nothing to do with baseball, but I got a phone call from Mike, a good friend of mine, last week from Midland, practically begging for a Hamburger Helper T-shirt from Raywinder Field. Fans at Raywinder know that we've got the Hamburger Helper promotion where a fan can win a Hamburger Helper T-shirt. Just so happens that Mike here is an aficionado of Hamburger Helper. Mike, what did you need the T-shirt for? What do you plan to do with it besides wear it, maybe?
Wow, you are really putting me on the spot here. Well, one of my all-time favorite movies is National Lampoon's Vacation. And, of course, there's a scene in there where Cousin Eddie and Clark are talking about, some Hamburger Helper. And, I don't know why they call this stuff Hamburger Helper. I think it does just fine by itself. Don't you, Clark? Well, that's, of course, one of my favorite lines. Hamburger Helper has kind of been a staple in my life because of that. And, I saw the fence sign down there at Raywinder Field. I got real excited. I went to Midland saw the fence sign and thought I needed to have a picture of it on the camera phone. So I took a picture of it. Got really jacked when I heard T-shirts. So I had to lean on you for a little bit of help, and you were nice enough to accommodate. So much appreciated. Next time the Cardinals are in town, he'll be the guy wearing the Hamburger Helper T-shirt on the left side of the press box. His name's Mike Lindskog. He's the voice of the Springfield Cardinals. Mike, thanks very much for your time. Enjoy your helper. Real nice, Clark. Real nice. We'll be giving Mike a $15 gift certificate to Shorty Smalls, located in Little Rock, North Little Rock, and Conway, for joining us on the pregame show. Too bad there's no Hamburger Helper there, though, Mike. And they do have real tomato ketchup. We'll be right back after this with more on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KBXE.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge, for real world success.
Want to buy a new car? Take it Dream Vacation. Remodel your home or finance just about anything. You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Liberal progressive radio. It's kind of like a dream come true. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KBXE North Little Rock.
Back at Hammond Field, where we are just about ready to go. Get a quick look at the Travis starting lineup here with Aaron Peel leading off today. He'll be in left field. Eric Rodlin batting second at second base. Third hitter Brandon Wood at shortstop. Matt Brown cleans up at third base. Fifth hitter is first baseman Greg Porter. Matt Pauley will bat sixth and play right field. David Gates, designated hitter, batting seventh. Brent Del Piaro catches. He'll bat eighth. Batting ninth in center field, Dwayne Bacon. Get to the Cardinals starting lineup as we go through the top of the first inning. Cardinals send Mike McCoy to lead off at short. Reid Gorecki batting second in center field. Juan Richardson batting third at first base. Standing up is the third baseman Rico Washington. Terry Evans, yesterday's hero, batting fifth in right field. DH is Josh Presley in the sixth spot. Seventh hitter Cody Harther bats seventh. Gabe Johnson, the eighth hitter, is catching, and then batting ninth at second base, Jarrett Hoffpauir. Chris Lambert ready to throw the first pitch of the afternoon to Aaron Peel, and here it is. It is a high fastball missing, and we are underway at 2:11 today. It was a comfortable day here in Springfield. Breeze blowing out towards left a little bit, and a 1-0 on the way from Lambert. He'll take it a strike, a fastball in the inside corner, 1-1. Chris Lambert, second year in the Texas League. Third year as a professional, a first-round draft pick out of Boston College. 1-1 to Peel. Swinging a chopper towards third base. Backhand by Washington behind the bag. The long throw is on the money. And Teal is retired 5-3 on a fine play by the Springfield third stacker Washington. One away, bringing up the two-hitter Eric Rodland. The numbers on Lambert, 6'1" tall, 205 pounds, out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Start number 13. His record 4-5 with a 5.49 ERA. Here's Rodland standing into the batter's box, 0 for 5 yesterday with a double play. Left-hand batter, and Lambert goes to the windup. Here's the first pitch. It'll be a fastball for a strike on the outside half, 0-1. Lambert allowing a .290 batting average with 70 base hits and 61 innings pitched. And the 0-1 to Rodland. A breaking ball down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike on the Travelers' second baseman. 34 walks for Lambert, 51 strikeouts. He's averaging over 4.5 walks per 9 innings. 1-1 pitch to Rodland. Swing and foul it away over the net towards third base. Strike 2. Rodland's average has fallen to 300 from a high of 355. 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. 1 out and a 1-2 pitch coming from Lambert. Here it is. Rodland takes ball 2, a sinker low and outside. Lambert will get the fastball into the high 80s, touch to the low 90s on occasion. Slider and a changeup. Pitches from the first base side of the rubber, and here's a 2-2 pitch. Rodland swings, fouls a line drive over the left side, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rodland. Brandon Wood on deck. And Matt Brown will come to the plate if anybody reaches. Cardinals outfield shifts towards the left a little bit, expecting Rodland to slap it on a 2-strike pitch. And a 2-2. Change up off the outside corner. There's a check swing to appeal to third base. And no swing, said the umpire. Count goes full on Eric Rodland. 2 for 20 on this road trip. He's hit into more double plays than he's had base hits. Here's the payoff. Swing a high fly straight away to center field. Hit it well. Reid Gorecki back in front of the warning track 10 feet. He'll make the catch. And there's 1 away. 2 away, bringing up Brandon Wood. Wood coming in with a hit in 14 of his last 15 games, including a first-inning single off the Cardinals starting pitcher's ankle yesterday. Hit it on Jordan Powell's left foot. So was hitless in his final 3 at-bats. Lambert winds and deals, and Wood fouls a fastball away over the press box for a strike. 0-1 on the Travelers' shortstop. Brandon Wood batting .288, team-leading 13 homers, and also the team leader at 43 runs batted in. The 0-1, fastball backing him off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood 5 for 20 on the road trip. 3 extra base hits, including a homer and a couple of doubles, all coming at Tulsa. 1-1 offering. Off the outside corner with an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, ball 2. 2-1 on Wood. They'll play him straight away, deep to center, deep to left. 2-1 pitch comes to Brandon. A swing and a miss. A fastball handcuffed him. Nice pitch by Lambert with his target, with a catcher Johnson set up on that low inside corner. That's where the pitch was. And Wood unable to get his arms extended on it. A 2-2 count. Lambert trying for a perfect first inning. And the right-hander kicks and deals. Wood swings a drive deep towards the left field corner. That one back towards the wall, and it is gone. Home run number 14 for Brandon Wood. A line drive shot, maybe 320 feet away, possibly his shortest home run of the season, but it gives Arkansas a 1-0 first inning lead. Wood touches the plate. Matt Brown will give him a fist pump. And the Travs take their first lead of this series on Wood's long ball. It is only 315 feet from home plate to the left field corner, and that ball hit just over the home run yellow marker above the left field wall. Matt Brown sends a fly ball straight away to center. That's easy catch. Reid Gorecki is there to bring it in, and That'll set the Travelers down in the first inning, but Brandon Wood, with home run number 14, puts the Travs in front 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning here at Hammond Field on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
In 1998, New York City marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was the sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out. He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn. But when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
John Candy here. Get your card. Any peanuts? No. Hot dog. Slushy. Nada. Caramel corn? No. Can I get something other than cotton candy? Pink or blue, mister. Pink or blue.
Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in North Arkansas provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer. From outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Helpline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love.
Actually, I do have peanuts.
Really?
Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the first, and the Travelers take a 1-0 lead on the home run by Brandon Wood, his second of this road trip. As we mentioned, we've seen some serious bombs from Brandon this year, including what I thought is the longest home run in the Angels-Travs affiliation under Rick's Armory, maybe 470 feet away just a couple of weeks ago against the Midland Rockhounds. That ball that he just hit, and maybe the equivalent of Mark McGwire's 62nd home run of the 1998 season, which was his shortest home run of that year, a low-lying line drive that just barely got over the left field fences. The exact same kind of shot that Brandon Wood got over the ball, Mark, and gives Rafael Rodriguez a 1-0 lead to work with as Rafi tries to win his second straight start. Rodriguez, right-hander out of the Dominican Republic, standing 6'1", weighing 190 pounds, 2-4 record, 8.60 ERA. It has been a struggle for Rafael after dominating the California League in 3 starts to the tune of 3 wins and 20 strikeouts, only 1 run in 17 innings. Still learning how to get outs at the AA level. Mike McCoy stands in to lead off, and Rodriguez delivers the first pitch, a fastball inside 1-0. McCoy was batting 9th yesterday and was 2 for 4 with a double and a run batted in. Tight strike zone. He's only 5'9". Brown up at third base to guard a bunt. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Fastball, and that's on the inside corner. A strike, 1-1. Rodriguez facing Mike McCoy, Reid Gorecki, and Juan Richardson here in the first. Rodriguez straight towards the plate with the ball behind his back, gets the sign, brings his hands together up around his face. Now kicks and delivers a 1-1, and McCoy breaks his bat, slow ground ball towards third. Picked up by Brown, has plenty of time to flip across for the out, and he'll pick up the barrel of the bat, which is resting right in front of his feet. And Rodriguez shatters McCoy's lumber in about 15 different pieces for the first out of the ball game. Here are the other numbers on Rafael Rodriguez as Reid Gorecki comes to the plate. 6:45 in the third innings now with 60 base hits allowed, a league-high 14 homers, 26 walks, 29 strikeouts, and the league batting .326 against him. Good fastball, low 90s, occasionally touches 93, 94. Throws a slider as well and a changeup. Here's a pitch to Gorecki. Fastball for a strike. AT&T Yahoo high-speed radar gun reading 97 miles an hour. Gorecki, 12 homers, tied for Springfield's lead. 38 runs batted in and a .262 average. The 0-1 slider, that's at the letters for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Gorecki, a tall stance in the batter's box. Doesn't bend his knees all that much. A little bit open stance, slightly pitching toes. And the 0-2. slider that is right off the outside corner. Good pitch, but a good eye by Gorecki. Ball one. Rodriguez has faced the Cardinals once, losing to them 6-5 in Little Rock on May 21st. Only lasted 3 1/3 innings in that start, his second shortest appearance of the year. Hopefully he can go a few more innings today. Eyeing the sign from the catcher Del Chiaro, the target on the inside corner. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by him, out number 2. And the first by way of strikeout for Rodriguez. 2 gone, bringing up Juan Richardson. So Gorecki out on strike for the 51st time this year. It's the 30th strikeout for Rodriguez. And now Rafi goes against Richardson. Powerful right-hand batter. One of the many veterans on this ball club, 28 years old, hitting .303. Here's the first pitch from Rafi, and fouled off in the air behind the plate. Took it out of the ballpark over the sweet level. Strike one. 1-0 Travelers. The Brandon Wood first inning solo homer. The 4th solo home run of this series for the Travelers. They hit 3 of them in the 7th inning yesterday. Greg Porter, Matt Pauley, and Devin Day, and now Wood joins the solo home run parade today. An 0-1 to Richardson. Fastball high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez has a lot of movement in his pitching motion. Moves his glove and his hands all around before he kicks his leg. A lot of violent movement. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back into the screen on a slider at the hands. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Want to keep Richardson off base because Rico Washington is on deck. Washington has destroyed the Travelers this year. We'd much rather have him leading off next inning. A 1 ball, 2 strike count on Richardson, and Rodriguez looking for a second strikeout to get out of the inning. And the right-hander's next pitch. Chopper towards third and foul by about 1.5 feet. Still 1-2. Quickly the defense behind Rodriguez. Aaron Peel in left, Dwayne Bacon in center, and Matt Pauley in right. Matt Brown is the third baseman. Brandon Wood at short. Eric Rodlin at second base, and Greg Porter at first. Catching today, Brent Del Chiaro, giving Bobby Wilson a usual Sunday off. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Richardson. That target goes on the low outside corner. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Puts something off the fastball and strikes out Richardson to end the first inning. 1-2-3 go the Springfield Cardinals. We go to the top of the second, and it's the Travelers 1 and the Cardinals nothing on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in central, north central, and northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious flavors from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone, nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Getting into the top of the second inning, and the Travelers have the 1-0 lead on the Brandon Wood solo homer against Chris Lambert. So in the top of the second inning, it'll be Greg Porter, followed by Matt Pauley and David Gates. 5, 6, and 7 batters against Lambert. Porter scored the first Traveler run yesterday, leading off the seventh with his 7th home run of the year. It was a bomb on top of the clubhouse building past the right field fence. Lambert winds and delivers to the left-hand Porter. And he'll take a fastball outside, a 1-0 count. Porter, with that solo homer yesterday, his only base hit. He did walk and score later on in the 8th inning. And a 1-0 pitch to Porter. Swing and a miss in front of a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Porter's average is .291. 7 homers, 29 RBIs. Been very consistent recently. Averages hovered around 300 to 290. For the last month, a 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Lambert has now allowed 10 home runs. One of 10 pitchers in the league to allow double-digit homers. The 2-1 pitch to Porter. Swing, a line shot towards the corner in left field. That slice is foul where it hits the fence, about a foot foul. Hit that ball very well. Almost the same kind of line drive that Wood hit out of the ballpark, but where Wood's ball went over the fence, about 15 feet inside the foul line. This ball hit the fence, about 3 feet outside the foul line. So, strike 2 on Porter evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Paulie on deck. And Lambert looking for his first strikeout. This target goes on the outside corner. Lambert delivers. And Porter swings and misses at a slider in the dirt. Tag applied by Johnson for the first strikeout for the Cardinals starter. Strikeout number 52 for Lambert. Cardinals shouldn't be worried about his strikeout totals. They're up from last year. He struck out 69 batters in 85 innings at Double-A. So where the Cardinals should have worries about Lambert is his walk totals. They're way up. 34 walks, 61 innings. And you got to keep those walk totals down to about at least 3 per 9 innings. Pitch to Paulie is outside, ball 1. Lambert dominated in the Florida State League last year in 10 starts, going 7-1 with a 2.63 ERA. Came up to the Texas League and found it much tougher. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Paulie. And that's on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Good change up there. Paulie hit the second solo home run for the Travelers yesterday. Batted 8th, hit one onto the clubhouse building as well, followed by Devin Day's solo blast. Here's a 1-1 pitch. It's outside to Matt, ball 2. So Paulie has now hit 8 homers on the year, 5 with Arkansas, 3 at Rancho Cucamonga. 32 runs batted in. Paulie's having a very decent year coming to run production. The 2-1 pitch to the lefty. He tipped it off the catcher's mitt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lambert went for that outside corner with a fastball. 1-0 Travs, top of the second. A Brandon Wood solo homer. And that's the only base runner so far. Lambert has retired 4 of 5. Rafael Rodriguez sent down the Cards in order in the first. David Gates on deck. Here's the 2-2 to Paulie. Swinging a ground ball foul outside first. And after a change-up, it seems to be the pitch Lambert has a lot of confidence in today. Keith Johnson picks that ball up along the tarp. Looks like one of the fans who was reaching down for that ball dropped something. KJ, always friendly to the fans, gives that ball to that fellow and hands him whatever it was he dropped. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. The slider that broke on the outside corner of the plate. Very nice pitch from Chris Lambert for his second consecutive strikeout of the inning. 2 outs. That'll bring up David Gates. Back to the numbers for Lambert last year at Double-A, a 6.35 ERA and 18 starts. That is about 3.5 runs higher than his Single-A earned run average. And it just goes to say a little bit about college pitchers at the lower levels of the minor leagues. They're able to dominate, especially someone like Lambert, who was drafted 19th overall in 2004 as he delivers to David Gates. And Gates swings a drive towards the left field gap. That's going to get down and roll up against the fence. Gates turns the corner at first, digging in for second, and holds there. A stand-up double, snapping a 12 at-bat hitless streak for David Gates. Didn't waste any time either in going after that first pitch from Lambert. He tried to get ahead with a fastball. The Gates, a first pitch fastball hitter, and this fell right into his trap. Double number 5 for Gator, and that'll bring up Brent Del Chiaro with a chance to make it 2-0. A advanced college pitchers such as Lambert, they can dominate at the lower levels. But once you get up to Double-A, let's just be honest here, folks. Double-A baseball is better than NCAA Division I. This is where you really learn how to pitch. Pitch to Del Chiaro is a called strike, and it's 0-1. Hitters are much more advanced at this level. They have faced competition such as Lambert, not just collegiate pitchers, but fellows from outside of the United States. Lambert still struggling at Double-A. 0-1 is in the dirt and blocked by Johnson's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lambert still feeling around here in the Texas League with a 290 average against him, an ERA at about 5.5. Meanwhile, Stu Pomeranz, who is a high school pitcher coming out of Collierville, Tennessee just a couple of years ago, he has surpassed Lambert as the winningest pitcher for this Cardinal ball club at 6-2. A 1-1 pitch to Del Chiaro. Swing and a miss. Goes after a high fastball, strike 2. 2 outs, Gates at second base. Del Chiaro batting 140 this year. And as Gates is on a streak of 12 at-bats without a hit, Del Chiaro's last hit in his 13 at-bats ago. Count 1-2. Lambert looking to strike out the side. He will set from that first base side of the rubber. Check second twice, 3 times, and now the pitch. It's in the dirt again, and Johnson holds on to it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Del Chiaro's driven in 5 runs this year. He's homered twice. 2 homers, his only extra base hit. That outfield is playing in a little bit. Shortstop very deep. Here's a 2-2, and Del checks swing. The plate umpire said he went around with it. Bounces away from Johnson towards the backstop. His throw to first is in time for the out. Gates was charging around third base. He would have scored if that throw was not on the money, but a fabulous play by Gabe Johnson recovering that ball on the backstop and throwing it at least 150 feet on the money to first base. So Lambert strikes out the side to end the second inning. The Travelers get no runs, 1 hit. They strand a man. Go to the bottom of the second inning, and it's 1-0 Arkansas here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
The romance begins at Cupid. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donahue Street in the Townsend Plaza Conway, 6010 in Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Lobby Town in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Trans games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Trans home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Trans box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try to light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, much-selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Taking it into the bottom of the second inning here on a cloudy afternoon in Springfield. There was a little bit of rain that came through the area in the morning. Cardinals field crew was ready for it. They had placed a tarp on the infield after yesterday's ball game. This field is in pretty good shape, although there's a little bit of chewed up spots behind the plate in front of the pitcher's mound. Hammond Field serves as the host to Missouri State baseball, to various high school games, and, oh, by the way, 70 Texas League ball games as well. So Hammond Field might be one of the more used facilities of any ballpark in the Texas League. And the fact that they play college ball, professional ball, and high school ball here, and still the field is in pretty good shape considering how much wear and tear is taking place here. Phil Elson with you here on Sunday afternoon in Springfield. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the second, 1-0 Travelers. Rico Washington steps into the batter's box, and Rafael Rodriguez is ready to go. Get that first side, kick and deliver, and Washington pops it up. First pitch swinging. Shallow left. It's Matt Brown giving way to the shortstop. Brandon Wood reaching up with his glove, shading his eyes from the sun, and he catches the baseball for out number one. Now, the sun not really to be found right now. It's hiding behind a huge bank of high white clouds, but that makes the entire sky very, very bright and very difficult to get a look at with the ball coming down on a white background up above. So these pop-ups are going to be pretty tough to catch. Here's Terry Evans. Evans got a round of applause from the fans here because of what he did yesterday. This is just the second game that Springfield fans have ever seen him play. And the pitch to Evans. It is inside ball one. All Evans did yesterday was drive in 7 runs with 4 base hits, including a pair of homers in just his second Double-A game. Welcome to Springfield. Evans choking up, a little bit of an open chance deep in the box on the right side. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swings it a high fly to left field. That one is deep. Aaron Steele at the wall. It is gone. You got to be kidding me. Terry Evans has hit his 3rd home run in 3 at-bats, and he ties the game here in the second inning, 1-1. Terry Evans is riding quite a wave where now in 5 at-bats in this series, he has driven in 8 runs with 3 homers and 2 singles. Homer number 15 off Rafael Rodriguez. The ball went over the Traveler bullpen off the back wall of the pen. So Evans ties the game. He's homered in 3 consecutive at-bats. Now Josh Presley stands in and Rodriguez delivers. A fastball for a strike at 97 right down the middle. Evans at his 15 home runs in 2.5 months at Palm Beach. He's hit 3 homers in 3 games in the Texas League. 0-1 on Presley. Tall left-hand batter. And the pitch low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike as Presley had a jackknife out of the way. Presley yesterday batted in the 7th spot as a DH. Last year he was a starting first baseman for Wichita. Part-time DH for the Wranglers. All-Star. Started this year at AAA Pawtucket in the Red Sox system. A 1-1 is low, ball 2. Presley was 1 for 20 with the Paw Sox. The Red Sox gave him his release. He asked for that release. It was quickly snapped up by the Cardinals, and he's batting .299 in 25 Double-A games, 2 homers, and 13 runs batted in. Nobody on, 1 out, and the 2-1 pitch from Rafael Rodriguez fouled back this way, right off of the wall above our broadcast booth. No chance to bring that ball in. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Presley. Ball bounced back and hit somebody on the head right beneath the booth. A 2-2 count on Presley. And the next pitch is fouled on the ground and hit it off his foot. And so we'll do it again at 2-2. Here at Hammond Field, most of the seats in the first level, we've got about 20 rows of seats extending from the right field corner to the left field line, about halfway down the left field line. Second level is where all the suites are, including the press level, which is the 3rd level of Hammond Field. And it's really, the press level is just a big wall with windows where any ball that hits off it's going to go right back into the box seat. 2-2 to Presley. Slider that just missed that outside corner, ball 3. So if you come to a game here at Hammond Field, you're sitting in the box seat between first base and third base, and you see any foul balls come back to the press level, be ready. Turn around, or just wear a batting helmet into the game, and then you don't have to worry about it. Here's a payoff pitch to Presley. Swung on, fouled back, off the wall, back to the fans. They were ready for it, and a scrum for that baseball. I think whoever just made that play is going to bruise some ribs diving over a row of seats. Still a full count on Presley. Ball game tied 1-1 here in the second. Each team with a solo homer. Brandon Wood for the Travelers. Harry Evans for the Cardinals. 7 pitch at bat so far. Here's the ace. The 3-2 is fouled over the Redbird roost, which is the second level of seats at the third base stand here at Hammond Field. Still 3-2 on Presley, who's fouled off 4 of the 8 pitches that Rodriguez has offered up. Rodriguez has set down the first 4 men he's faced and the Evans homers. Home runs are all right as long as they're solo homers. Another payoff pitch to Presley. He struck him out on a slider that Presley turned himself into a corkscrew going after. Out number 2, and it's the third strikeout for Rodriguez. Cody Harther now standing in. We didn't see Arthur play yesterday. His defensive issues and the fact that his average has fallen down to 229. Arthur has fallen out of favor with the Cardinal brass recently, and his playing time has dwindled down. Left-hand batter waving the bat back and forth to the left of his head, and here's the first pitch from Rodriguez. With a chop off the plate but foul behind the plate. Strike 1. Arthur was expected to be a leader for the Cardinals this season. Second go-around at Double-A. Arthur last season batted .298 with the Cardinals, homered 10 times, drove in 37 in half a season. Here's the 0-1, and he chops the first base. Porter is there to make the play on the second bounce. Underhand slip to Rodriguez for the out at first. And the side retired in the second inning. So Terry Evans hits his third homer in 3 at-bats to tie the game 1-1. We'll go into the second inning. A 1-1 score here on Hammond Field on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system from game broadcast is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back to Hammond Field on a cloudy afternoon, overcast here at Hammond Field. Phil Elson with you on 1380 KDXE AM. Travelers won, the Cardinals won. We go to the top of the third. Arkansas sending the number 9 batter, Dwayne Bacon, to lead off against Chris Lambert. The lone Traveler run coming on Brandon Wood, solo home run in the first inning. Chris Lambert struck out the side, pitching around a double by David Yates in the second. Here's Bacon, who got another day off yesterday. Bacon's days off have started to multiply recently. His average down to 215. 3 homers, 18 runs batted in. Corners will play in. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Bacon played on Friday in the 5-0 shutout loss at Tulsa. Had one of 3 base hits for the Travs against driller righty Ubaldo Jimenez. 1-0 pitch from Lambert on the way. And Bacon takes ball 2. Blowing outside on a slider. Bacon's hit on Friday a bunt single, but he dragged down the first base line, something he's been able to do a few times this year. Richardson back behind first now. The 2-0 fastball missed high, ball 3. Aaron Peel on deck. Eric Rodlin bats third in the inning, followed by Brandon Wood if anybody reaches base. Washington now even at third base. And a 3-0 pitch coming from Lambert. Bacon takes it a strike. Right down the middle, 3-1. Still a chance for the bunt, but the Cardinals are not ready for it on a 3-1 count. It's on the way. And a fastball missed under Bacon's knees, a leadoff walk. Lambert showing a little displeasure with the strike zone of the plate umpire. I haven't been told who the umpires are today, but I believe that's Barry Larson behind the plate. The second day that the quote-unquote regular minor league umpires are back on the job. There's a little bit of confusion here in Springfield as to which umpires are which. Here's Peel as we go to the top of the Traveler order. Bacon at first base. Good lead. Lambert sets and deals, and Peel hits a check swing bouncer to first. Richardson charges, makes the play, throws to second for an out, and covering at first is Lambert for the 3-6-1 double play. Peel seemed to be very surprised that his check swing met the baseball, as he was a little bit late getting out of the batter's box. But I'm not sure if he got out of that batter's box the moment he hit the ball that he would have been safe at first base anyway. Very nice turn by the Cardinals. Richardson to McCoy, and McCoy to Lambert for the second out. So 3-6-1 goes a twin killing. And it's Eric Rodlin standing in, nobody on base. And the pitch from Lambert. Rodlin shows bunt and takes low, ball 1. Well, the Travs had the league-leading base stealer at first, Bacon 18 steals, and Peel has been swinging the bat pretty well recently, but an excuse me little ground ball. Erases all chances to get a little creative. The 1-0 to Rodlin fouled away. Up into the 15th or 16th row in the left field seat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodlin flied to center in the first inning. The slide out to Gorecki twice in the series, including a drive to center that Gorecki made a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch last night. 1-1. Up high, ball 2. 1-1 ball game, top of the third. Two outs, no one on for Rodlin. The pitch is bounced over the mound, charging Hoffpauir from second. Boots it, but it ricochets to the shortstop, McCoy, and he'll hold on. Rodlin will reach. Let's see how that one is scored. Hoffpauir had a play on that ball. He charged and got the glove on it about 5 feet away from second base. Would have been a tough play, as he had to move towards second and would have had to throw off balance to first. The official scorer has ruled a base hit for Eric Rodlin. So it's Rodlin's third base hit of the series, a 2-out single here in the third, and Brandon Wood stands in. So that's a very big play. Wood homered in the first inning. Lambert ready, and the pitch. The slider at the letters. Strike 1 called. So Wood for the second time homering here at Springfield. This is the ballpark he had hit his first ever Double-A home run. Then he's gone deep twice against the Cardinals, both times here in Springfield. An 0-1 pitch. And that's in the dirt, bouncing away from Johnson to the right, but Rodlin will hold, and Johnson recovered it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood, it's been well documented. Most of his power coming at Ravender Field. He's now homered 6 times on the road. 2 of them here in Hammond. He seems to like this park. Richardson wants to throw to first, but Lambert delivers to Wood and hits the outside corner with a fastball, strike two. Richardson was jumping back and forth in front of Rodlin as he led away. It looked like he wanted Lambert to throw over. Good lead by Rodlin. Richardson in front of him. A 1-2 count on Wood, the pitch. Check swing on a slider in the dirt. They will appeal. And the first base umpire, Funneman, said he did not go. So it'll be a 2-2 count on Wood. 2 outs. Matt Brown on deck in case he reaches. Hammond Field is a hitter's park. It carries out to left and to center. It also carries to right. Heck, it carries everywhere here. 400 feet straightaway center, 330 feet to right field corner, 315 to left. Short fence about 8 feet tall. A 2-2 pitch to Wood. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. He strikes out. Nice slider by Lambert to get out of the third inning. That is his 4th strikeout of the game. Travs in the third, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the third here at Hammond. It's the Travelers 1 and the Cardinals 1. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KBXE.
From the hilltops of Atlanta
to the California sea. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah.
I'm a burrito in every time.
Every woman,
Most Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's at North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Black Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Into the bottom of the third inning here at Hammond Field as the Travs and the Cardinals have played to a 1-1 score here in the second game of this 5-game series. Travs back in town Thursday, starting off a 4-game series with Wichita to finish the first half of the season. Then, of course, the Texas League All-Star game at Raywinder Field on Tuesday, June 20th. $8 box seats all ages, $6 general admission for adults, $3 GA tickets for kids 14 and under. Tickets still available for the Texas League All-Star game Tuesday, June 20th. Brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers. And, of course, those games against Wichita Thursday through Sunday, a 4-game set. Gabe Johnson leads off and takes a called strike from Rafael Rodriguez. He's retired 6 of 7 batters, but the only man to reach. Kerry Evans circled the bases with his 3rd homer in 3 at-bats. 0-1 to Johnson, the 8-hitter, right-hand batter, and a .205 average. The pitch is hit in the air to shallow right field. Matt Pauley was playing deep, comes in, and has plenty of time to get underneath it to make the catch for out number 1. 1 week from today is Father's Day. And we celebrate Father's Day at Raywinder Field with a Father's Day ball game. Good for moms and daughters, too. All fathers, moms, daughters, and sons are invited to come onto the field to play catch after the game Sunday, June 18th. Ball game starts 2 o'clock. Bring your glove to the ballpark, and we will supply the baseball. Jarrett Hoffpauir stands in, right-hand batter, playing second base. And the pitch from Rodriguez is a fastball at the letters for a strike. Rodriguez throwing some BBs today. That AT&T Yahoo high-speed radar gun registering at 97 at least 4 or 5 times. Hoffpauir batting .238. We did not see him yesterday. He sat the bench. The 0-1. And that's a little low 1 ball, 1 strike on another 97-mile-an-hour fastball. On deck, Mike McCoy. Hoffpauir 5 for his last 32. He sat the bench yesterday. Rainer Laya played second base, and a couple of hits and scored a run. Rodriguez into the wind, and the 1-1 is a slider outside. Ball 2. Thousand fans of the ballpark today. The early rain may have scared some people away from coming out to the park this afternoon. So it's a nice, comfortable day for a ball game here in the Ozarks. A 1-1 pitch. And Hoffpauir takes it up high. Actually, that was a 2-1 pitch. It counts 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 on Hoffpauir. Rodriguez hasn't walked anybody. In fact, the only man reaching was the Evans homer. Wind up with a 3-1. That's a fastball for a strike. Rodriguez brings it full, 3-2. Rafi's been pretty powerful with that fastball today and pitching off the fastball for the most part. 1 strikeout on the slider, 2 on the fastball. And here's the 3-2 to Hoffpauir. Swinging a liner to left field for a base hit. Went after a high fastball and collects the Cardinals' second base hit of the day. A 1-out single to bring up McCoy. Go to the top of the order for the second time for the Cardinals. McCoy grounded out to third base to start the bottom of the first inning. Rodriguez will work from the stretch for the first time. Porter holding on Hoffpauir. 3 for 5 in stolen base attempts. First pitch to McCoy is at the inside corner. Took something off the fastball to get ahead. 0-1. 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the third. Travelers getting a solo home run from Brandon Wood. Cardinals got a solo homer from Terry Evans. Double play depth on the infield. The Travs turned 3 double plays yesterday. The 0-1 pitch to McCoy is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. When Rodriguez is down in the strike zone, he should be able to get a lot of ground balls. He's up in the strike zone, that's where you get the home run. The 1-1 pitch. That's a high fastball, 2-1. But Rafi does have a heavy quality to his fastball. When he keeps it low in the zone with a downward angle, so to speak, it's almost like hitting a large stone. Hoffpauir leading from first, only about 4 feet off, not going anywhere. There's a throw over to first base, and he'll dive back in. He was even ready for that throw, diving back before Rodriguez let go of the ball. Perhaps a chance for a hit and run. Cardinals do like to get active. Rodriguez comes set. And the 2-1. There goes the runner. It's a swing and a high fly foul down the right side, slicing over the seats to an empty picnic area. For strike 2 on McCoy and a 2-2 count. McCoy swinging just a little bit late. He tried to guide it to the right side of the infield, and instead guided it out of play over his own bullpen in right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Hoffpauir, that same 4-step lead. He'll stay. The pitch outside, ball 3. Reid Gorecki on deck. One of the top power hitters in the league. Certainly the Cardinals would want to stay out of the double play. Throw to first. Almost got him, but Hoffpauir gets the right hand in before Porter's tag was put down. McCoy, who runs well, is hit into 5 double plays this year. Right-hand batter. The 3-2. Hoffpauir running, swing, and a line drive toward left center. That is falling, and a base hit. Played by Dwayne Bacon on 1 bounce. Hoffpauir holds at second on the second hit of the inning for the Cardinals. McCoy, it's his 3rd base hit of the series. Solid line drive by McCoy to left center, closer to center than it was to left. Bacon didn't have much of a chance to make that play. And so it's first and second for the two-hitter Gorecki. Brentel Chiaro, quick visit to the mound. Gorecki straps on his batting glove. Rodriguez kicking some of the clay from his cleats. Del Chiaro steps in front of the plate, checks his infielders, flashes signs. Let's see how the Cardinals play this one. Gorecki, 12 homers, 38 runs batted in. He had an RBI yesterday when he was hit with a pitch with the bases loaded. Cardinals trying to break a 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the third. And Gorecki standing in. Elbow pointed down with the bat up towards the sky. Rodriguez delivers. Gorecki takes a high fastball. 1-0. Rodriguez handled Gorecki without much of a problem in the first inning, striking him out on 4 pitches and finished him off with a high fastball. Gorecki has hit in 6 of his last 7 games. Rodlin holding the runner at second. The pitch is hit towards shallow right field. Rodlin chasing. He's out there but couldn't make the catch. He dropped it on an over-the-shoulder try. Tries to get a force out of second, and it's not in time. It'll be an error on Eric Rodlin for dropping a pop-up. It was not the easiest play in the world, but he still was underneath it and had a chance to make the play. Had no chance to make the catch with 2 hands, and instead tried to make a one-hand grab. It kicked off his glove. It was right in the glove. And that's the right call, an error on Rodlin, because it did not take superhuman effort to bring that ball in, but still the other runners had to hold in case he caught the ball. Still had a chance for a force out at second, but with the ball falling away by 10 feet, he couldn't get that throw to second in time. So now the base is loaded for Juan Richardson, and there's only 1 away for the right-hand batter. The pitch is outside, ball 1. So Rodlin's 10th error of the season opens the door for the Cardinals. Richardson batting .303 with 11 homers and 33 runs batted in. A double play to get out of the inning perhaps. Rodriguez ready with a 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled at the plate for a strike. Rodriguez did strike out Richardson in the first inning. Got him by with a fastball. He's going to have to reach for something deep here. Richardson is a very good clutch hitter. Richardson is 2 for 5 with the bases loaded this year. Del Chiaro and Rodriguez talking on the mound for the second time in 2 at-bats. Rodriguez had a 1-0 lead after the first. Allowed Evans' solo homer in the second to tie it. Here in the third, consecutive 1-out singles on the drop pop-up by Rodlin. Give Richardson a chance. Del Chiaro back behind the dish. Infield is set up for the double play all the way around. Outfield straight away, giving a little bit of the right field corner. The stretch by Rodriguez. And the 1-1 to Richardson is lined up the middle. A base hit to center field. Hoffpauir scores. McCoy around third. Dwayne Bacon fires to the plate. Cut off by Porter at the mound. A 2-run single for Richardson. And the Cardinals lead 3-1. So Richardson comes through with a bases loaded spot, driving in Hoffpauir and McCoy. That's the 4th consecutive man to reach. Gorecki stopped at second base, and with Richardson at first, it'll be Rico Washington standing at the plate. Ken Patterson visits the mound, and it looks like Rodriguez is showing some frustration on the hill. Look on Rafi's face is one of bewilderment. He was outstanding over the first 8 batters, but at the moment, Rodriguez not handling the Cardinals very well. They have figured him out. Rafi was pumping fastballs for strikes the first 2 innings. And these same pitches that he got for called strikes the first couple of innings, now the Cardinals are going after them. And instead of fouling them away or taking them, they're hitting solid liners. Rico Washington, the batter, first and second, 1 out. The pitch is pulled to Porter. He'll play it behind the bag, throw to second base. It's offline. He's safe. The relay, nobody's at first base. It's dropped by Porter. Here comes Gorecki for third. He beats the throw home, and it's 4-1. There were about 3 mistakes on that one play. Good job by Porter fielding the ground ball behind first base, but his throw to second was offline, carrying Wood off the base. They couldn't get the force out, and he was called safe at second. Richardson called safe at second base. Wood tried to get it out at first base, but neither Porter nor Rodriguez were there to cover it first, and so the ball hit off Porter's glove, but nobody was there, and that gave Gorecki an easy chance to score from second base. Boy, what an awful play. No RBI for Washington. It'll be an error charged to Wood, I believe. And first pitch down and into Terry Evans, ball 1. Now you've got Terry Evans at the plate, who's homered in 3 consecutive at-bats. The fielder's choice for Washington. They flashed up an error on the second baseman, but Rodland didn't throw that ball. That was Brandon Wood throwing it. And if you're going to charge an error, I guess it has to be to Wood, but all he did was throw to where he's supposed to, and no one was there. Evans goes after a high fastball and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. All kinds of confusion here in the third inning for the Arkansas Travelers. They've committed 2 errors, and you can't charge 2 errors on that one play, but there were 2 big mistakes. Porter's throw and the fact that nobody covered at first after the errant throw. Evans waiting, the 1-1 pitch, and he hits it towards shallow center. That's going to fall in, and it gets past Dwayne Bacon towards right center. Here comes Richardson. Here comes Washington. No throw to the plate. A 2-run double for Evans, and his huge series continues. The Cardinals have put up 5 runs in the third inning to take a 6-1 lead, and Evans has now driven in 3 runs today and 10 runs on the series. Disaster has struck the Travs here in the third inning as they have completely fallen apart. There have been 2 errors on the infield, 3 mistakes. Rodriguez getting hit very hard now, and it looks like we're going to get some action in the Arkansas bullpen shortly. So it's Evans at second base, Josh Presley the batter, and a first pitch with Evans trying for third is high and tight. Throw to third is late, a steal for Evans. And it's a man at third with only 1 out for the Cardinals. Evans with his first Double-A steal after stealing 21 bases in the Florida State League. The infield will come all the way in. The last 6 Cardinal batters have reached safely after the first out of the inning. 1-0 to Presley, hit him. Or did it? He turned away from that pitch and may have come at his shoulder. Apparently it did not hit him. And instead a 2-0 count with Presley trying to stare down Rodriguez. The Traveler right-hander started to warm up in the bullpen. It looks like it's Kyle Eden. 2-0 count on Presley, whom Rodriguez struck out in the second. And the 2-0 pitch, swings and fouls it back. 2-1. 5 runs in the third for the Cardinals on 4 base hits. 2 Traveler errors. And I think there could be a third error charged in this inning. 2 balls and a strike on Presley. And the next pitch, way outside, ball 3. We can see Rodriguez now trying to overthrow the baseball. And it looks like the Cardinals have really gotten to him here in the third inning. Evans at third, 1 out. A 3-1 pitch coming. Here it is. He swings and fouls it into the own dugout at first base. Strike 2. Rally started with Jarrett Hoffpauir single to left. Mike McCoy then single to center. And Gorecki reached on the drop pop-up by Rodland to load the bases for Richardson. Richardson singled home 2 runs. And then Washington's bounce to the first base was thrown offline by Porter to second. And here's the 3-2 pitch to Presley. Swing and bounce it on the right side. Runner will hold. Porter not covering at first. It's picked up by Rodland. Rodriguez does cover, and they'll get the out. 4-1 at first base. Porter had to go after that ball, so he wasn't able to cover at first. 2 outs, and that stems the tide a little bit. On that ground ball by Washington to first base, Porter threw to second to try to force out Richardson, was offline. And then Brandon Woods relayed to first base. There was nobody there to catch it. On that play, Gorecki scored. And then the 2-run double by Evans. Now Cody Arthur stands in, and a pitch is popped into right field, right towards Pauly. He's waiting, and he makes the catch to end the 3rd inning. A 5-run rally for the Springfield Cardinals on 4 hits, 2 errors as of now, and a runner stranded at third. We'll go to the 4th. The Cardinals now leading 6-1 on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent for 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Feature is optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Company and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, North Buffalo.
Get out today and hit the link. Stone Lake. Stone Lake's golf course is rated as one of the best public courses in the state. Sporting beautiful bent grass greens, plus lush fairways and tees. Stone Lakes has matured over the past 3 years into a true test of golf. Stone Lakes features reasonable green speed and 18-length-style holes located 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Call 945-0945 for Stone Lakes or visit online at stonelakes.net.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Disastrous bottom of the 3rd inning for the Arkansas Travelers as Springfield rallies for 5 runs. The official score has ruled 4 of them unearned on 2 Traveler errors. Clarification on the fielder's choice hit by Rico Washington, which ended up bringing home Reid Gorecki from second base. Greg Porter will be charged with a throwing error. There will not be another error on the play. It's all on replay, as they do televise the game here in the ballpark on closed circuit. With the replay, Gorecki was coming around third base as Brandon Wood's throw was to first, where nobody covered. So even though the throw to first was not covered by anybody, there won't be an error because they're ruling that he would have been safe at first anyway. That Washington would have been safe at first, and Gorecki was sent home before the throw left Wood's hand anyway. So it'll be 4 unearned runs charged to the Travs in the bottom of the 3rd, but still trailing by 5, and they need to try to come back now. Matt Brown takes a high fastball to start the inning. Chris Lambert must be feeling pretty strong at the moment. They're allowing a solo homer in the 1st and trailing. And the Cardinals have given him 6 runs to work with. A 1-0 pitch to Brown. That's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Hopefully Arkansas can gather themselves up after that very poor bottom of the 3rd and trying to play a stronger game the rest of the way. Brown sends a charge of the ball. A base hits out of the left field line. It'll go to the corner. He'll dig in for second base, and the throw will go into shortstop at cutoff, and Brown stops at second with his 17th double of the year. Well, that's the first step to try to come back from down by 5. Base hit number 4 for the Travs, bringing up Greg Porter. Porter a strikeout in the second inning. And he's 0 for 1. If nothing else, to just get that one run back here in the 4th inning. Maybe chip away. A pitch on the way, and Porter swings and misses in front of a changeup from Lambert, strike 1. No outs, Brown at second. Travs trailing by 5 runs. Porter a little bit of a straighter stance now at the plate. And the 0-1 pitch. And a slider down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Greg's driven in 29 runs this year. 8 against the Cardinals. Lambert's 1-1. Popped up shallow left with shortstop McCoy chasing it. And coming in is Harther from left field. Harther will make the catch about 15 feet inside fair territory. One out to bring up Matt Pauley. Pauley a strikeout looking in the second inning. 1 for 5 over the 2 games of the series. Second baseman Hoffpauir plays deep. And the right fielder Evans gives the entire right field corner for Pauley. Defense shifts a little bit closer up the middle now, and the pitch is low, ball 1. They shifted just as the pitch came from Lambert. A 1-0 count. See how Lambert pitches with this lead if he attacks the strike zone. Here's the 1-0. Pauley swings and pops it back this way over the screen. And that's on the press box roof. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lambert's last win, May 26th, beat Frisco 8-5, going 7 innings and allowing 3 runs. The next time out, same line, 7 innings, 3 runs, but took a no decision in a 4-3 loss to Midland. The last time out, Lambert was knocked out of the game in the 5th inning, surrendering 7 runs. A 1-1 pitch to Pauley. And he hits it foul down the right field line. Hit it very hard, but foul by a couple of inches. Strike 2 on Matt. Brown still at second base after the leadoff double. Then Porter flies out to left. Travs trying to recuperate after the Cardinals put up 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd to take the current 6-1 lead. The stretch by Lambert. And the 1-2. Pauley swings and misses. And is the 5th strikeout victim for Lambert. Second time Pauley's gone down on strike. Lambert looking very strong now. Working inside, outside, mixing up his pitches nicely. And definitely seems like he has an idea of what he's doing out there today. David Gates at the plate. Digging himself in on the right side, deep in the box. Gates doubled in the second to snap a 12 at-bat hitless slump. Gates has opened his stance a little bit, so the bat is above his head, parallel to the ground, and the first pitch is a little inside ball 1 on a Lambert breaking ball. Hoffpauir holding Brown at second. They've opened up a large hole through the right side of the infield. And Evans still playing in right center, opening up the entire right field corner for Gates. A 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike, a breaking ball at the knees. 1-1. Lambert has stranded 2 men today. Trying to leave Brown at second. A 1-1 to Gates. Swing and a miss. Fire to second base. Nobody's there. Brown will go to third. as Johnson threw to nobody in particular. It actually was a very nice throw by Johnson, but second baseman Hoffpauir just wasn't expecting it. And so Johnson, with his second throwing error in 2 games, yesterday he missed the pitcher, allowing a runner to go from second to third. Third error of the year on Johnson. A 1-2 pitch on the way to Gates. He hits it in the air to center field straightaway. Gorecki in a few steps waits and makes the catch. Nothing for the Travs in the 4th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and a man stranded at third. There was 1 Cardinal error. Going into the bottom of the 4th inning, it's the Springfield Cardinals 6 and the Arkansas Travelers 1. This is Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
Coca-Cola is official. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
Think of us like a thinking person's voter's guide. Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Bottom of the 4th inning at Hammond Field. Travelers trailing 6-1 against the Cardinals. Bill Elson on Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. Airtime tomorrow will be 6:50. First pitch 7:10 as we play the 3rd game of this 5-game series. Matchup tomorrow on the mound will be Stuart Pomeranz for the Cardinals against Traveler righty Chris Hunter. Cardinals batted around in the 3rd inning. Gabe Johnson led off the 3rd with a flyout to right. Gabe Johnson leads off the 4th. And Rafael Rodriguez delivers the 1st of the inning. It's low for a ball. Rodriguez threw 30 pitches in the 3rd inning, allowing 5 runs on 4 hits and a couple of errors. Didn't walk anybody. And those 2 Traveler errors led to 4 unearned runs. A 1-0 to Johnson, and he smacked the liner into center field. A base hit. Wayne Bacon goes back to play it on a bounce. And the leadoff base hit for the Cardinals. It's their first leadoff man aboard. Rodriguez glancing back at Bacon, shaking his head, apparently disappointed that Bacon did not charge in at that ball and try to make a diving grab. Instead, he backpedaled a little bit to make sure that that one hopper didn't get past him, but he may have had a chance for a play. Rodriguez may have a legitimate beat. Pitch on the way to Hoffpauir. It's low for a ball. Rodriguez still looking out at Bacon. He's going to have to get that out of his mind. It appears Rafi on occasion does let things that are out of his control get to him. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2. Kyle Eden's back to the warm-up in the bullpen right now. He was warming up as Rodriguez struggled to the 3rd inning, but right now Rafi's mindset might not necessarily be on the batter. 2-0 pitch to Hoffpauir. That's Low and outside, ball 3. There have been a couple of base hits, line drives to center that Bacon may or may not have had a play on, but it seems that Dwayne's M.O. is to play it safely when there's a chance. The pitch, there's a high strike, 3-1. We've seen Bacon make some very nice catches against the fence in Little Rock. You got to give anybody credit anytime they leap into the wooden wall at Raywinder Field. But it's more on balls coming in front of Bacon that he seems to have a problem figuring out whether or not he has a play. Swing by Hoffpauir, lazy fly to left field, can of corn for Aaron Peel, and that's the first out of the inning. It seems as of now that Rodriguez, he's lasting out to out. Because Tyrone Boykin is not going to stick with Rodriguez if he continues to let other teammates' plays bring him down. He is still looking out there at Bacon. Top of the order, Mike McCoy. Single to start to help that rally in the third inning. He's 1 for 2. Toss over to first base, but Johnson is back. Springfield 6, Arkansas 1 in the bottom of the fourth. Short lead by Johnson. And the first pitch to the leadoff batter is inside, ball 1. A 1-0 pitch to McCoy. That's low and outside, ball 2. Where Rodriguez was all around the strike zone over the first 8 batters he faced. And even in the third inning, he was still in the strike zone. Now here in the fourth, he's starting to pitch away from contact. A 2-0 count. The pitch way outside, ball 3. Really, the fact that Rodriguez's fielders have let him down today. 2 errors last inning. A play where there were 2 mistakes made, only 1 error able to be charged. Here's the 3-0. McCoy takes all the way. It's a strike down the middle, 3-1. Perhaps at the moment, Rodriguez doesn't feel very confident in his teammates' ability to make the plays behind him. You can't do it all yourself, though. You'll have to rely on those guys. They made plays behind him all year. 3-1 pitch. Another strike at the knee. Took something off. Full count to McCoy. 1 out, 1 on. Johnson leading away. Short lead. And the payoff to Mike McCoy. Runner goes. Swing and caught at the mound by Rodriguez on a line drive. He's going to walk at the first base himself for the unassisted double play. And that was, well, apparently Rodriguez could do it all himself. The double play will get him out of the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. So after 4 innings, it's the Cardinals 6 and the Travelers 1 here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Ashbury, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at Ag Pro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back to Hammond Field in the top of the fifth inning. The Travelers down by a 6-1 score against the Springfield Cardinals. Phil Elson here in Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. Rafael Rodriguez with a fine double play, turning it himself on a line drive back to the hill by Mike McCoy on a hit and run. And Rodriguez, who seemed to be pretty disappointed with the play of some of his teammates behind him over the previous 2 innings, emphatically took that ball to first base himself. Greg Porter was there just ready for the flip. Rodriguez he wanted it all to himself, so he went over to first base, and he made an emphatic stomp on the first base bag. Maybe that'll wake the team up a little bit. Here's Brent Del Chiaro leading off the fifth inning. Chris Lambert delivers from the windup, and Del takes inside for a ball. Here are your totals through 4 innings. For the Travs, it's 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men stranded. Lambert ready, and a 1-0 count to Del Chiaro. The pitch comes, and it's a strike at the knees, 1-1. Springfield total, 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and the Cardinals have stranded 1. Del Chiaro struck out of the second, followed by Bacon and Aaron Peel. Lambert's 1-1 pitch. It's fouled back, a fastball, and Del Chiaro got a little slice of it, strike 2. Lambert over the 4 innings has struck out 5. 4 hits, 1 walk, and 1 run coming on a solo shot by Brandon Wood. The 1-2 pitch, Del Chiaro swings and misses. All ripped on a 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Chris Lambert for strikeout number 6. Checking the 1 game in progress in the Texas League, it is at Tulsa. The Drillers put up 4 runs in the first inning. Joe Kashansky with his 15th home run of the year. 4-1 Tulsa leads Wichita in the top of the 5th inning. It was a 2-run homer for Kashansky. And he's now just 1 homer behind Hunter Pence for the league lead. Dwayne Bacon fouls a pitch straight back. Strike 1. Bacon getting his second plate appearance. He walked in the 3rd inning, but was forced out at second as part of a double play. Washington up at 3rd. And the switch hitter bang left-handed waits. Here's the 0-1. And Bacon takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike on the slider from Lambert. Already a few finals around the major leagues. Boston rallied for 3 runs against the Rangers, winning 5-4 on David Ortiz 2-out, 2-strike homer. Pitch to Bacon is low, and a 2-1 count on the Traveler center fielder. Ortiz's homer is 18th of the year. Manny Ramirez added his 16th. Evan Mensch homered for the Rangers, number 11. Del Carmen the win, Otsuka the loss. Dramatic win for the Red Sox, and they got another game later tonight against the Rangers. The 2-1 is hit in the air to left field. Not hit very well. Harther drifting back in front of the warning track makes the catch, and there's 2 out. Oakland beat the Yankees. They sweep the Yankees at the stadium, 6-5. Barry Zito 7-3 with the win. Former Midland Rockhound first baseman Dan Johnson hit 2 homers, and Nick Swisher went deep as well. Houston Street earning his 14th save, and the Yankees got a homer from Jorge Posada. Top of the Arkansas order, and Aaron Peel standing in. He's 0 for 2. And the pitch from Lambert from the windup. Change up high. Peel is bounced into a double play, 3-6-1, and grounded out to third base. Detroit beat Toronto 10-5. Nate Robertson with his 6th win. Joel Zumaya got his first thing. The 1-0. There's a strike, a fastball down the middle. 1-1. Pudge Rodriguez, the only home run for the Tigers. The Blue Jays lose even though they hit 4 home runs. Benji Molina, Troy Gloss, Shea Hillenbrand, and Alex Rio. 1-1 to Peel. Slider down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. In the National League, Washington a winner over Philadelphia, 6-0 shutout. Hill with the victory, 1-1. Cole Hamels the loss, 1-1. Darrell Ward and Robert Fick homered for the Nats. Hill goes after a fastball, misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Angels of the moment are tied with the Mariners in the middle of the 4th inning at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. A 1-1 score. The 2-2 pitch to Peel. He hits it in the air towards right center field towards the gap. Gorecki closes that gap, calls off Evans, and makes the catch. The first perfect inning of the night for Chris Lambert. Travs down in order in the 5th inning. Halfway through our game, it is going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Springfield leading 6-1. You're listening to Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the cafe?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Cardinals looking to add to a 5-run lead. Springfield 6, Travelers 1. Cardinals coming off a road trip where they dropped 8 of 11 ball games, and Cardinal broadcaster Mike Lindskog told us on the pregame show that the Cardinals were lucky to get out with those 3 wins. The Springfield playing so well here at home, where they've won 10 of their last 12. 19-8 record for the Cardinals at Hammons Field. Travelers on the road 14-19. The Travs have lost their last 3 games after winning 4 straight. Here's Reid Gorecki leading off the 5th inning. Rafael Rodriguez returns for another inning of work. The right-hander's pitch to Gorecki is inside a ball. Gorecki is 0 for 2, reaching on an error in the 3rd. A drop pop-up by Eric Rodland. And Gorecki struck out in the 1st inning. Gorecki followed by Richardson and Washington, 2-3-4 batters. The 1-0 pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1, continuing on the Southwest Airlines Big League scoreboard. American League games in progress. The Devil Rays 6 and the Kansas City Royals 2. Top of the 8th inning. The pitch to Gorecki is low in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Devil Rays have hit 5 homers at Kansas City. Julio Luco, Aubrey Huff, Carl Crawford, and Johnny Gomes have hit 2. Gorecki butterflying his hands, does not wear batting gloves. The 2-1 pitch hit in the air, deep left field to the corner, very high. Aaron Peel chasing at the warning track, leaps at the wall. It is gone. Just got over the yellow home run marker for Gorecki's 13th home run of the season. 7-1 Springfield. Heel timed his leap as best as he possibly could, but it was just out of his reach. Oh, boy, that was only a couple of inches away from him making a home run save and grab. Gorecki's second home run against the Travelers. First home run against the Travelers. Second homer of the day for the Cardinals. And now it's Ron Richardson standing in. He drove in 2 runs with a single in the third inning and is 1 for 2. First pitch grounded foul to the railing at the Arkansas dugout, strike 1. Rodriguez, now with a line of 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned runs. Here's the 0-1 to Richardson. Check swing, fastball strike, inside corner. 0-2. Trav's getting shelled here now. After a 1-0 lead in the first, the Cardinals have scored 7 straight. 0-2 pitch. Richardson takes a very high fastball, which Rodriguez threw all the way to the screen. Minnesota trying to blank Baltimore. It's 4-0 Minnesota there in the top of the 9th inning. Only 2 hits for the Orioles. The Angels in Seattle still tied 1-1 in the 5th. Rodriguez trying for the first out of the 5th inning. The wind up the 1-2 to Richardson as a slider off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the National League at the moment, Marlins and the Padres, 2-2 middle of the 2nd in San Diego. Pirates trail San Francisco 1-0 in the 3rd. Reid Gorecki, a solo homer, his 5th of the year. Mets in Arizona just underway. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Richardson. He gulps it foul down the third base line. Still 2-2. Houston Astros pummeling Atlanta 14-4. Each team has had 3 homers hit. Eric Munson, 2 home runs for the Astros. Jason Lane hit his 10th. Chipper Jones, Edgar Renteria, and Jeff Francoeur homered for the Braves. 2-2 on the way to Richardson. Swing and a miss on a slider as Rodriguez strikes out his first batter since the 2nd inning. And his 4th strikeout overall. And Richardson for the 2nd time. Rico Washington comes up. We've got one more score to give you. St. Louis 7, Milwaukee 5. Top of the 8th at Miller. Bill Hall, Ricky Weeks, and Prince Fielder home runs for the Brews. Yadier Molina a home run for the Cardinals. 7-1 Springfield here in the bottom of the 5th in Hammond. Washington the batter 0 for 2. And the pitch to him is chopped to Porter at first, makes the play, and runs to first. Unassisted, put out, 2 gone. Washington has now seen 3 pitches and is 0 for 3. So here comes Terry Evans. Evans is 6 for 6 in the 2 games we've played here at Hammond Field this series with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Yes, that's 6 at-bats, 10 runs batted in. Let's see what he does here. Nobody on for him. Rodriguez lines and delivers to Evans, and he pops it up. It'll be a shallow right field, still a tough play. Eric Rodlin with the shade down, makes the catch, and Babe Ruth is retired for the first time in the series. The Cardinals get 1 run on the Richardson leadoff homer. That's all they get. And we've played 5 innings here at Hammond Field with the Cardinals leading 7-1 on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
An accident involving a large truck can cause a lot of damage. If you're injured, you need a law firm that knows what they're doing. And while facts differ and results vary, we've got a verdict as large as $12.5 million in a single tractor-trailer case. Put this experience on your side. Call us at Gary Eubanks & Associates. We'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
See, studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Five innings complete, heading into inning number 6. Cardinals 7, Travelers 1. Here at Hammons Field, the sun is starting to peek out from under the clouds, or above the clouds, right over the left field stand. And it's turning into a little bit of a nicer day than had been expected. Still, it's not a good day to be a Traveler, trailing 6 runs in the 6th inning. Eric Rodland leads off, and Chris Lambert having a fine afternoon, misses high with a fastball for a 1-0 count. Rodland, Wood, and Brown here in the 6th. And Lambert working on a string of 6 consecutive outs. A 1-0 to Rodland. The left-hand batter smacks a high fly to right to Terry Evans. He'll wait and make the catch. And it's 7 in a row set down by Lambert. Lambert has scattered 4 base hits in the 5 and the 3rd inning. Last hit was Matt Brown's double to begin the 4th. The only Traveler run coming on Brandon Wood's solo homer in the 1st. 14th home run of the year. And he's at the plate now, nobody on base. Pitch from Lambert as a slider for a called strike. And now Wood with the 14 homers is standing all alone 3rd in the league behind Hunter Pence and Joe Kashansky. 1 is in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kashansky hit his 15th home run earlier today for Tulsa. It's been a while since Pence went deep. You could expect to see Pence, Kashansky, and Brandon Wood in the All-Star Home Run Derby at Raywinder Field before the All-Star game. Next Tuesday, All-Star Home Run Derby begins at 6 o'clock. And the first pitch of the All-Star game at 7:10. Well, the finals of the Home Run Derby between the 2nd and 3rd innings. Pitch to Wood, 1-1. Swing and a miss as he tried to power a fastball. And it is strike 2. 1-2 the count. Well, Wood, who homered in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. This is his 3rd at-bat. Lambert trying for strikeout number 7. The right-hander has been effective with a fastball, slider, and change. The pitch to Wood is a change in the dirt, and he takes 2-2. The wind-up Lambert's 2-2 pitch. Wood swings, pops up a high fastball to shallow center. Shortstop McCoy wants it, and 20 feet into the outfield, he's got it. 2 away in the 6th inning. Now it's Matt Brown coming up. The last trap to be on base. Led off the 4th with a double to the left field corner. But Lambert stranded him at 3rd base. 8 in a row retired since. Wind up and the pitch to Brown. And that's a slider for a strike. Brown 1 for 2. A double and a fly out to center. Lambert backs away from the mound and is adjusting his uniform a little bit. Lambert's best appearance this year was a 6-inning shutout performance here in Springfield against Tulsa, 4-1 win. Struck out 9 batters in that game, allowed only 2 hits. Not quite those numbers today, but this is a very good start for Lambert. An 0-1 pitch. Brown will take a slider in the dirt, 1-1. I think we're watching the Chris Lambert that the Cardinals were expecting to see at some point this year. And now it's a matter of him doing it again. You know he's got the ability to have a game like this. The 1-1 to Brown. He swings, hammers it to deep left field. A line drive sending Harther to the wall. Leaps awkwardly into the fence, and it hits the back of the fence. Into second base goes Brown with a stand-up double. Boy, Harther, he I don't know what kind of try he made going after that ball. He leaped into the fence, but he tried to make a catch over his right shoulder, but the ball was over his left shoulder. And he tried to twist his body back towards the ball in mid-leap. It looked like Spider-Man plastered up against the Empire State Building. But without the web to keep him on the wall. So a double for Brown. That snaps the skid for Lambert at 8 consecutive men retired. And now Greg Porter comes up to the plate. And Lambert pitched to Porter, is in there for a strike. Got ahead with a slider on the inside corner. Porter 0 for 2, a strikeout in the second, and a fly to left in the fourth. With 1 hit in this series, a solo homer last night. 7-1 Springfield. The Travs need a run. Lambert's pitch outside, 1-1. 2 outs, Brown at second. Brown with 2 doubles today, now in 18 doubles on the year. Righty Lambert ready. Checking on second, now the pitch. High fastball, and Porter able to lay off. Ball 2. Lights have just been turned on here at Hammons Field. Shadows have not started to creep onto the field. It's going to be a while before we see any shadows. The 2-1 pitch. Porter swings a little tapper to third base. Routine for Washington. Up with it at the cut of the grass. Fires to first to retire the side. So the Travelers in the 6th inning, no runs. 1 hit and 1 man left. 5th consecutive inning for the Travs without a run. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Springfield in front by a 7-1 score. This is Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. That's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the 6th inning at Hammons Field. Travelers trailing 7-1. Rafael Rodriguez returns for a 6th inning of work. Facing the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Cardinals, beginning with Josh Presley. Cardinals have scored in 3 of 5 innings. Once in the second, 5 times in the third, and 1 time in the 5th. 5-run rally in the third inning, aided by 2 traveler errors, to the tune of 4 unearned runs, charged to Rafael Rodriguez. So far, the star of the day is Chris Lambert, who has held Arkansas to 5 hits and 1 run over 6 frames. Presley stands in, and Presley is 0 for 2, left-hand batter. Rodriguez winds, and his first pitch is low, ball 1. Rodriguez allowing a pair of solo homers. Perry Evans in the second. Reid Gorecki in the fifth. The 1-0 to Presley is on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Later tonight at Corpus Christi, Roger Clemens makes the start for the Hooks, taking on the San Antonio Missions in a big game for Corpus. The 1-1 is down low to Presley, ball 2. Of course, it's a big game because Clemens will be there. It's a big game in the standings for the Hooks. Corpus Christi with a 4.5-game lead over Frisco and Midland with just 8 games left. The 2-1 to Presley. And that's a strike on the outside corner. Whom better would you like to have in a Double-A pennant race coming down to the last week than Roger Clemens? Possibly one of the greatest pitchers ever in Major League history. I shouldn't even say possibly. He is one of the greatest pitchers in Major League history. Certainly one of the top right-handers of all time. And it'd be tough to say if he's the best power pitcher of his era. Remember, he's the best. He's going up against Randy Johnson for that title. The 2-2 to Presley is outside, ball 3. Clemens has been doing it a little bit longer than Johnson. Doesn't have the no-hitter. He does have the hardware, the Cy Young. He have a world championship. Johnson's got the same stuff. And it's nice to have not just a big leaguer, but a legend in Corpus Christi. 3-2 pitch. Hard grounder to second base. 1 hop to Rodlin. He'll throw from short right to retire Presley. There's the first out of the 6th inning to bring up Cody Harther. Now, speaking of Johnson, he was the last really big name to make a rehab start in the Texas League. I mean, talking about a future Hall of Famer is what I mean, a legend. 3 years ago, Randy Johnson pitched for El Paso. And they sold out Cohen Stadium. Over 10,000 people went to see the big unit. Pitch to Harther. Hits the plate, ball 1. Harther 0 for 2. Left-hander is grounded out and flied out. Now, Cohen Stadium is a rather large park, and they could get over 10,000 people in. Corpus Christi, I don't think that they probably could fit in 10,000 people, but it's a little bit smaller than El Paso's ballpark was. They'll sell as many tickets as they can. Put them shoulder to shoulder. Who cares? 1-0 pitch to Harther. And Rodriguez misses badly outside, ball 2. There's got to be such an electric feeling in Corpus Christi today. All around the Gulf South Coast. Right from Laredo, even up to Galveston. They got to know what's going on. The 2-0 to Harther. Swing a fly ball left field, back going Peel. Stops at the warning track and makes the catch for out number 2, and Harther 0 for 3. Well, the other game in the Texas League has gone into the top of the 7th inning. Wichita has tied the Drillers with a run to the top of the 7th, a 4-4 score. Tulsa scored 4 times in the first inning. The junior Herndon has held them off the scoreboard for the next 5 frames. Meanwhile, Wichita has chipped away at that lead. The Wranglers have tied it in the 7th, 4-4. Joe Kashansky, a home run for the Drillers, his 15th. And Billy Butler going deep for the Wranglers, his 8th. Another game will be at Frisco, Midland, and the Rough Riders at 6 o'clock. Batter is Gabe Johnson. And a pitch inside, ball 1. Johnson 1 for 2. Single to center last time up. It was doubled off at first on the Mike McCoy line drive to the hill. Rodriguez trying to get through 6 innings. Here's the 1-0 to Johnson. The swing taps it foul at the plate, strike 1. talking about rehab, you have to bring up the fact that the Travelers haven't had a single rehab since the Angels affiliation began in 2001, and it's been a topic of conversation for some fans. The long and the short is don't expect a rehab. Here's the 1-1 to Johnson. And a slider almost hit him on his helmet. He backed away just at the right time. Ball 2. Right now at Salt Lake, Darren Erstad has been starting in center field on a 5-game rehab. Bartolo Colon is going to be starting tomorrow at Fresno, throwing about 90 to 100 pitches. And so the Bees getting a lot of the rehabs, as well as Rancho Cucamonga. The 2-1 to Johnson. He swings and misses from the heels. 2-2. Someone had made mention that Cedar Rapids a few years ago, got Ken Hill on rehab. That was before Salt Lake ever had the affiliation. And the AAA affiliate for the Angels back then, I believe, was either in Vancouver or Edmonton. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Johnson. Swing a high fly, deep left center. Back on the warning track, Peel and Bacon. It is gone onto the berm. And the home run for Johnson is his first of the year. And the Cardinals lead 8-1. Third home run off of Rafael Rodriguez today. That is 17 homers now allowed by Rafi in just 10 starts. Eden's up for the third time in the bullpen, throwing again. Actually, that is Rich Thompson now throwing in the pen. Eden's was up previous 2 times. Jarrett Hoffpauir hit by a pitch, and he turns towards Rodriguez, who's now been ejected from the game. Hoffpauir is stopped by Del Chiaro as he made his way towards the mound, and cooler heads are going to prevail now. Hoffpauir walks to first base. Rodriguez was immediately thrown out of the ballgame by Barry Larson. That's the right move, to throw out Rodriguez after he hit a batter following the third home run he'd allowed. Not the way to react to that, Rafael Rodriguez. Gabe Johnson came out of the dugout even shouting at him. But the home plate umpire, Barry Larson, is one of the quote-unquote regulars, obviously knew what he was doing. He did not hesitate in immediately ejecting Rafael Rodriguez from this game. Not a good day for Rafael. So he walked off the mound, and unfortunately, I think we can expect some retaliation against the Travelers. Maybe not in this ball game, certainly later on in the series. So it's going to be Rich Thompson coming out of the bullpen, and the call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Talk, surf, watch, go, and save. Do it all and get it all with services from the new AT&T, your world delivered. Travelers getting smoked at the moment, 8-1 here in Springfield in the 6th inning. Thompson on in relief. We'll take a 60-second break on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and federal universal service cost recovery fee extra. High-speed internet and credit applied after 3 months paid service and excludes FUSF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit ATT.com for proper details. Not available in all areas.
Rich Thompson comes on for the AT&T call to the bullpen. Thompson replaces Rafael Rodriguez, who is ejected from the ball game following his fastball, which hit Jarrett Hoffpauir on his left hip right after the third homer off Rodriguez, a home run by Gabe Johnson. Thankfully, even though Hoffpauir did take a few steps towards the mound, cooler heads prevailed. Nobody else was ejected, and no bear hugs or shoves on the field, as we usually have baseball fights go that way. Very disappointing to see Rodriguez react that way. Rodriguez showed a lot of disappointment with the effort of his teammates today, visibly on the field. He was disappointed. And it's not the way to react after allowing your third home run. So rightfully ejected, and Thompson to take over for now. Score is 8-1 Springfield here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Thompson, a 6-foot right-hander from Sydney, Australia, comes in for appearance number 22. 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 saves, and the right-hander has an earned run average at .557. He inherits Hoffpauir at first base here in the sixth. 2 outs. Rodriguez today goes 5 2/3 innings. 8 base hits. 8 runs at the moment, 4 earned. He's still responsible for Hoffpauir. Rodriguez didn't walk anybody. He hit 1 man, struck out 4, and allowed 3 home runs. It is the third game Rodriguez has allowed 3 homers for the Travs. Mike McCoy bats against Thompson, and the first pitch is hit in the air to deep left field. Back peel at the wall, and it's hitting the fence over Peel's head. Here comes Hoffpauir to third. They'll wave him home. Brandon Wood cut off to the plate. Not in time. Hoffpauir's head first slide makes it 9-1 on a double by McCoy. And the Springfield Cardinals continue to trounce the Travs. That's the 9th consecutive run after the Travs took the lead in the first inning. So that closes the book on Rodriguez. 9 runs, 5 earned in 5 2/3 innings. So McCoy, who came into this series 5 for 28 over the month of June, is now 4 for 8 against the Travs. And now Reid Gorecki will take a pitch outside for a ball. Gorecki 1 for 3, homering to left to lead off the 5th inning. He scored twice. He homered, reached on an error, and struck out. No one holding McCoy at second base. Thompson's 1-0 fastball is outside, ball 2. Thompson has worked 32 1/3 innings, allowing 26 hits, counting the McCoy double. 21 runs, 22 walks, and he struck out 26. The 2-0 to Gorecki. Late swing, he fouls it over the roof behind the plate, 2-1. The Cardinals just continuing to pile it on the Travs. 2 runs here in the 6th inning, all after 2 outs. The Thompson 2-1 pitch. There's a high fastball, 3-1 to Gorecki. On deck is Juan Richardson. The 3-1 is popped up on the infield. To the right side, it's Greg Porter making the call. Now it's Eric Rodlin that'll call him off. And halfway between first and second, Rodlin makes the catch to end this 6th inning. Travelers allowed 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, 1 man left. And the Travelers starting pitcher, Rafael Rodriguez, given the thumb for intentionally hitting Jarrett Hoffpauir. After 6 innings, the Cardinals 9, the Travelers 1 on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Is your house looking a bit under the weather? Have extreme weather conditions taken their toll on your home's exterior? The solution isn't more paint. It's weather-resistant vinyl siding from Sears Home Central. Call Sears now for a free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl siding resists tough weather and keeps your home looking great for years. It has the attractive look of freshly painted wood, yet you'll never need to scrape and paint your home again because vinyl siding from Sears is virtually maintenance-free. Best of all, Sears makes getting your new siding job easy and affordable. Just call Sears now for your free in-home estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Not available in all areas. Services and materials provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License numbers available on request. So if your house is looking under the weather, call Sears for vinyl siding now. 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Do you have an interest in broadcasting, enjoy baseball, and are looking for a part-time job opportunity? Well, maybe we have what you're looking for. KDXE AM 1380 is the home for Arkansas Travelers baseball, and we need to add to our staff of board operators for Travelers games. Your responsibility will involve the process of putting Arkansas Travelers games on the air. The work schedule includes weeknights and weekends shared with other staff board operators. No experience in broadcasting is necessary, and learning our system for game broadcasts is easy. If you're interested, give us a call at 501-221-1380. That's 501-221-1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travs come to the plate at the top of the seventh inning, trailing 9-1. Arkansas scored the first run of this game with Brandon Woods' two-out solo homer in the first. 9 straight runs for the Cardinals as Matt Pauley takes the fastball high and outside to begin the seventh inning. Chris Lambert, that was his 89th pitch. There's enough on the pitch count to go at least another inning. And Pauley 0 for 2. The pitch fouled back just under the press level. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lambert in 6 innings has struck out 6, allowed 5 hits, and 1 run earned. He's walked only 1 batter. He's gotten Pauley struck out twice. The 1-1, and that taps it foul behind the plate, strike 2. The first 6 innings of this game have been extremely forgettable for the Travs. And as a matter of fact, it's really only been the last 4 innings. In the 1-1 tie going into the third, Rodriguez looked very strong. Here's the 1-2. And Pauley fouls it back again, staying alive. But ever since that second inning, it's been a sloppily played game by the Travs. In the field, sloppily pitched. And the Cardinals have taken advantage. 1-2 pitch. Foul back this way. And again, underneath the broadcast level, still 1-2. So the Cardinals should feel pretty secure about this one. And they got Lambert throwing one of his best outings of the year. Another 1-2 pitch. Pauley took a curve in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Little note for the All-Star game. Alex Gordon slated to start at third base for the North Division All-Stars, but Gordon just a couple of days ago cut his foot. I believe I heard taking out the trash at his apartment. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a high fly deep to the corner in right field. Hooking. Foul. Hit the top of the home run wall. Foul by 5 feet. And Pauley up to come back to the plate with a 2-2 count. But Gordon, he hasn't played the last couple of days. I don't believe he's in the lineup today for the Wranglers. Let's see here. He is in the lineup, so that's good news. I thought that Gordon may not make it to the All-Star game, but apparently he's all right to play. So Gordon should be starting at third base for the North. Pitch to Pauley is fouled in the air over third base. Washington has a play at the cut of the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So you autograph seekers, Gordon apparently will still be at the All-Star game on June 20th. If any of you have that Topps baseball card, That is an unauthorized card. Somehow you came up with that one. We'll have that All-Star Fan Fest Monday, June 19th at the Little Rock River Market, and all the All-Stars are scheduled to be there, signing autographs, meeting the fans. David Gates at the plate. A curveball misses, ball one. From 5 to 8 o'clock in the evening, next Monday at the Little Rock River Market East Pavilion. The 1-0 to David Gates. The fastball outside. Gates 1 for 2. Doubled in the second and fly to center in the fourth. Interactive games will be at the Fan Fest. Memorabilia and collectibles also. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball tight on the hands of Gates. Ball 3. Hollywood Sports and Memorabilia will be out there. Always expect to see all kinds of interesting things from that store. 3-0 to Gates. He takes all the way. A strike. 3-1. Nobody on for Gates. 1 out. Trav's down by 8 runs in the 7th inning. The pitch is fouled straight back, and it's 3-2. Next year, the All-Star Game is scheduled to be at Tulsa, and I believe that Springfield will host the 2008 All-Star Game. 3-2 count on Gates. The windup, Lambert deals. Walks him with a low fastball. It's just his second walk of the game. Just now, the Cardinals get a right-hander moving in the bullpen, and it is Rich Scalamandri. Lambert had retired 10 of 11 batters until the walk to Gates, and here comes Brent Del Chiaro, who has struck out in both of his at-bats. Swinging in the second and swinging in the fifth. Richardson playing behind Gates at first with an 8-run lead, and the pitch to Del Chiaro is fouled. Strike 1. Check that Angels game. Angels now trailing Seattle in the middle of the 6th inning. 4-1. There's an 0-1 pitch, and it's inside to Del Chiaro. A breaking ball just missing the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yesterday, even though the Angels got defeated big time by the Seattle Mariners 15-5, bright spot, Mike Napoli, first multi-homer in his major league career. 1-1 pitch, a check swing, strike on the swing, said the plate umpire Larson on a slider, strike 2. Actually, Angels lost 12-6 yesterday, not 15-5, but Mike Napoli, 2 home runs. Napoli now has 6 home runs on the year. He's batting .314. The 1-2 pitch, Del Chiaro got a little piece of a slider and stays alive. I think for Traveler fans that saw Napoli last year, you're not surprised with the home run power he's displayed. You might be surprised with how high his batting average is. After about 20 or so games in the major leagues, remember Napoli last year, 31 homers, but hit .230 with Arkansas. Here's a 1-2. Del Chiaro pops up a fastball over the first base dugout, and that'll get into the seats. It certainly looks like the Angels have found their catcher of the future, and it is not whom everyone expected. Everyone thought it would be Jeff Mathis. And apparently, it is Mike Napoli. Mathis, by the way, hitting very well at AAA Salt Lake. And so he could be some decent trade bait for the Angels. Here's the 1-2 to Brent. Swing and a miss. A high fastball strikes him out for the 3rd time. 2 outs. Strikeout number 7 for Chris Lambert. And here comes Chris Maloney out of the Springfield dugout. That may be it for Lambert. He's now thrown 108 pitches. And So that's going to be it for Lambert. Maloney comes to the hill and starts to speak with Lambert. He's going to pull him. It'll be reluctant. And he's going to leave him in. Scalamandri warming up in the right field bullpen. He's only been warming up for the last 3, 4, 5 minutes or so. He should be ready to go if necessary. And apparently Lambert will be left in for one more batter to try to get through 7 innings. Lambert's gone 7 innings twice this year. 2 starts in a row, May 26th and May 31st. And now he's going to try to do it here. Dwayne Bacon stands into the plate. Bacon a walk and a fly to left field. Lambert stretches, forgets about the man at first, and delivers a fastball inside to Bacon. Springfield 9, the Travelers 1 here in the 7th inning. Travs held the 5 base hits over the first 6 innings. Lambert is ready. The right-hander's 1-0 to Bacon is chopped outside first. Foul, strike 1. Lambert has been in command since the get-go. There has not been an inning where he's had 2 men on base at the same time. A 1-1 with Gates running to second. It is low. The throw to second base is not going to be in time. And David Gates steals his second base of the year. They weren't holding him on, basically giving him that bag if he wanted it. Bacon with a 2-1 count, 2 outs. Now has Gates at second base. A 2-1 offering. Fouled right back over the net into the second level. 2-2 on the Travs 9 batter. Lambert working very carefully here. He wants to make sure that he gets this last out of the 7th inning and doesn't finish with a line of 6 2/3. Next pitch. Bouncing ball on the right side, picked up by the second baseman Hoffpauir. His throw will end the inning. And so the Travelers get nothing in the 7th inning, stranding Gates at second base. And through 6.5, they'll stretch him at Hammons Field. The Cardinals 9, the Travelers 1 on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
He's been a sports anchor on TV. He's reported on games of the Kansas City Chiefs. He hosts NFL postgame shows week after week. But he still hasn't quit his day job. Gordon Docking is the Chief Executive Officer of St. Mary's Hospital in suburban Kansas City. He's distinguished himself nationally as an innovator in healthcare, impacting the design of the hospitals of tomorrow. But before he was CEO, he was a master's degree student at Webster University. Today, he's an achiever in many walks of life. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
The pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Seventh inning stretch here at Hammons Field. The Cardinals with a lead, 9-1 over the Arkansas Travelers. We get into the bottom of the 7th inning. Rich Thompson comes out for a second inning of work. one out and allowed a hit in the sixth. Comes on to face Juan Richardson, Rico Washington, and Terry Evans in the last half of the seventh. Cardinals 9, Travelers 1. Here are your totals of the moment. It is the Travelers with 1 run on 5 hits, 2 errors. Arkansas today stranding 5. Springfield 9 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. And the Cardinals leaving just 2 men aboard. Springfield with 3 solo homers today. Terry Evans, Gabe Johnson, and Reid Gorecki. Juan Richardson has a 2-run single to his credit, and he will lead off the 7th. Richardson 1 for 3, stands in, and Thompson delivers and back him off with a fastball high and tight. Want to know the count. Richardson 2 strikeouts and that 2-run single, part of a 5-run third-inning rally. The 1-0 pitch, and it's inside again, ball 2. Cardinals, for all intents and purposes, put the game away in the third inning. Unless the Travs come back with 8 runs over the next 2 innings. Arkansas not hitting the ball very well today. 2-0 pitch. Richardson swings, a high fly, foul. Spinning away from the fielder towards the bullpen and right. It's over the bullpen and out of play. Strike 1. 2-1 on Richardson. Recapping that third inning, the game was tied at 1-1. Jarrett Hoffpauir singled with 1 out. Mike McCoy had a base at the center, moving Hoffpauir to second. And Reid Gorecki hit a pop-up, which was dropped by Eric Rodlin in short right to load the bases. Richardson hits it a ton, straightaway center field. Going back, Bacon looking up before the track. It is gone over the batter's eye, straightaway center, perhaps 430 feet away. A bank of pine trees serves as the batter's eye here at Hammond Field. And they were baby trees last year. They are growing to about 10 to 15 feet high now. That ball went over the trees and completely out of the ballpark to the train track lying below. Richardson's 12th home run of the season. It's the 4th solo shot for the Cardinals today as they pour it on. 10-1 Springfield. Now it's Rico Washington at the plate. Thompson skips a fastball up to the plate. Ball 1. We're back to that third inning, which is really the inning that matters. After that drop pop-up by Rodlin that loaded the bases, Richardson singled to center, forcing 2 runs home. Thompson takes a deep breath. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to first base. Up with it is Porter. He will take it himself for the unassisted putout. Washington has grounded to first base 3 consecutive at-bats. He's 0 for 4. But it was that third inning at-bat where he grounded to Porter at first with Richardson on base. Porter tried to start a double play, but his throw to second was a bit offline, forcing Wood off the bag, and Richardson was called safe on the throwing error. Wood's relay back to first. Nobody was there for it. Gorecki scored on the play from second base. And then a 2-run double by Terry Evans capped the inning at 5 runs. 4 runs since then for the Cardinals, 3 of them on homers. Terry Evans now at the plate, and the first pitch, low, ball 1. Evans 2 for 3 today after going 4 for 4 last night. He hit a solo homer and a 2-run double this evening and popped out last time. The pitch is popped up again over first base, foul ground. Porter may have a play, does not. He is on top of the dugout roof for strike 1. Evans having a ridiculous 2 games in this series for just a 47th round pick. It was a draft and follow. Signed the very last day he could sign in 2002. 1-1 delivery. High fly ball, deep right field. Pauly at the wall. Gone! Another home run for Terry Evans, his second of this game, his 4th in the 2 games of this series. As he goes opposite field, the second home run of the inning for the Cardinals makes it 11-1. Evans looking something like the natural during these two games, where he has come out of nowhere to collect 7 base hits, hit 4 home runs, and drive in 11. Patterson out to the mound to try to settle down Rich Thompson, who's given up 2 solo homers here in the 7th inning. A 5-home run game for the Cardinals, all of them solo homers. And they're just sticking it to the Travs today. What a tough game for Arkansas. So Evans, who had 15 homers at Single-A Palm Beach, now has 19 home runs on the season overall. I mean, he may be the minor league leader for home runs. I'm going to check on that. He is. With 19 home runs, Terry Evans is the minor league home run leader at the moment. I'm going to pitch into Josh Presley for a called strike. Presley 0 for 3, 2 groundouts, a strikeout, 1 away, nobody on. Thompson's 0-1 pitch is cut on and missed. On a slider, it's 0-2. The ball for Evans must look like the largest watermelon ever grown, thanks to Miracle Grow. And he must feel like everything he swings at, he can just pummel. Playing wiffle ball. The 0-2 pitch is high, ball 1. It doesn't really seem to matter if a traveler pitcher makes a good pitch or not. Evans is putting good swings on everything. Here's the 1-2 to Presley. Tapped foul at the plate out in front of Thompson's slider. Cardinals have scored 11 unanswered runs. Trav's worst loss is a 15-5 loss to Corpus Christi. We're only in the 7th inning here. The 1-2 is fouled at the plate, and Del Chiaro unable to squeeze it. Well, the Cardinals receiving quite a boost with Terry Evans coming on. Brian Martin was the guy he replaced. Martin went to AAA after hitting pretty well. 1-2 to Presley. Fastball a little under the knees. It's 2-2. But Martin didn't have the run production that Evans had over the whole half of the season, and Evans has done this in 2 games. 2-2. Swing and a miss as Presley's out in front of Thompson's changeup. 2 outs for Cody Harther. Arthur standing in 0 for 3. Let's see here. Brian Martin with 4 homers and drove in 18 and 42 games. The pitch to Arthur is right down the middle for a strike. So Evans, 4 homers and 11 RBIs in 2 games. He's actually got 13 RBIs in 3 games at a sacrifice fly on Friday at Wichita. Just amazing. 0-1 to Arthur. Popped it up over third, foul ground. Brown has a play on the grass. Short in the outfield, makes the catch. And that'll end the 7th inning. The Cardinals tack on 2 more runs on solo homers by Juan Richardson and Terry Evans. And the Cardinals take an 11-1 lead against the Travelers into the 8th inning here at Hammons Field on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant. Also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Park, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travs taking it on the chin today, trailing 11-1 through 7 innings here at Hammons Field. The Cardinals have hit 5 solo home runs, 2 by Terry Evans. Meanwhile, the Travelers is managing only 1 run and 5 base hits against the Cardinals starting pitcher Chris Lambert, who has now been lifted after getting through 7 innings for the 3rd time this season. And Lambert is replaced by Rich Scalamandri. Lambert's line, 7 innings, 5 base hits. He allowed just 1 run on Brandon Wood's solo homer, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and Lambert in line for the win. It would be his 5th win of the season to even his record. Scalamandri to take it from here. By the way, Lambert threw 113 pitches to get through 7 innings. Scalamandri, 5'11", from Brooklyn, New York, making his 27th appearance this year, all out of the bullpen. 3 wins, no losses. Scalamandri's ERA at 4.67. Top of the Travelers order, Aaron Pio leads off. Eric Rodlin and Brandon Wood are also due to bat. Travs haven't scored since the 1st inning. And the pitch to Pio is a called strike with a fastball from Scalamandri at 93 miles an hour. Scalamandri is a 23rd round pick in the 2002 draft from Dominican College. The 0-1 pitch. Peel a check swing, but it's a curve for a called strike, and it is 0-2. Peel 0 for 3. Grounded out to third, is hit into a double play and fly to center. The Travelers 5 base hits. Homer by Wood. 2 doubles by Brown, a double by Gates, single by Rodland, and that's it. Pitch just missed outside, ball 1. 1-2 on Peel. Miguel González warming up in the Traveler bullpen at the moment. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And Peel jumps away from a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They haven't seen any retaliation for Rodriguez hitting Jarrett Hoffpauir the fastball following the 3rd homer he'd allowed. 2-2 to Peel. Swing and a miss, went after a low fork ball, and Johnson puts the tag on him to secure the strikeout. Strikeout for Scalamandri, 29th of the year against just 10 walks in 27 innings, allowing 25 hits. Second baseman Eric Rodland is 1 for 3 with an infield single. Left-hand batter, and Scalamandri's pitch is hit on the ground to shortstop. McCoy moves to his right, fields it, throws across, and Rodland is out number 2. Just announced the attendance today here at Hammons Field, 6,631 at the ballpark in downtown Springfield. Brandon Wood coming up. Homer to the 1st inning, struck out to the 3rd, popped out in the 6th. And Scalamandri from the stretch deals. Wood hits a high pop-up in a shallow center. Gorecki will get there, but give way to the right fielder Evans, and Evans who makes the catch. Travelers are done to the eighth, going down in order against Scalamandri. Bottom of the eighth on the way. The Cardinals in control. Springfield 11, Travelers 1. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a six-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
Leading the way and supporting the troops. And opposing the war. Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Miguel González has replaced Rich Thompson for the eighth inning here at Hammons Field. González coming on for his ninth appearance of the season. He's earned a save in his last two games, including the impressive save in the first game of this road trip. Travs led that ball game 8-6, and although González allowed singles to the first two batters in the ninth inning, he struck out Chris Iannetta, Joe Kashansky as well. Got Jordan Zarnicki to bounce out to third base, going through three All-Stars. He got his second save. But here González is trying to keep this an 11-1 ball game. Springfield leading by 10. They haven't been without a run since the fourth. Rafael Rodriguez turned a hard-line drive back to the mound into a double play. Rich Thompson went an inning and a third, allowing 3 hits and 2 runs. And here's González. Not for the ninth time for the Travs. González, a 6'1" right-hander, 170 pounds, born in Mexico, lives in San Fernando, California. And the call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T, provider of free wireless internet service at Rawinder Field all season long. Just ask for a wireless access card at Rawinder Field. If you've got a wireless-capable laptop or PDA, you can get free wireless internet brought to you by AT&T Wi-Fi. AT&T, your world delivered. Gabe Johnson leads off and takes a called strike. He's 2 for 3, homering in his last at-bat, first home run of the year for Johnson. González with an 0-1, and it's outside. The numbers on Miguel, besides those previous 8 outings, no wins, no losses, 2 saves, and his earned run average is 4.05. A 1-1 count to Johnson, and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the changeup, strike 2. González, not a guy who's going to impress you with his stuff, but very impressed with you is his ability to place the ball. Throws a lot of strikes. A 1-2 to Johnson. Swing and a miss on a curveball. He strikes him out. Strikeout number 12 for Miguel in 13 2/3 innings. He is surely showing that he belongs in the Texas League and has been one of the stronger Trav relievers since he joined the team on May 17th. González only has a fastball in the mid-80s, but he puts movement on it. Sinker, a slider, curveball, changeup, and throws it all for strikes. Gets the job done. Jarrett Hoffpauir stands in. And Hoffpauir scored 2 runs. He has singled, fly to left, and been hit by a pitch. Here's a delivery hit high in the air to left center. Dwayne Bacon has it measured, back a few steps to make the catch. And 2 quick outs for González to bring up Mike McCoy. Kevin Uhl is loosening up in the Cardinal bullpen, so we may see the Cardinal left-handy come out for the top of the 9th. Won't be any pressure on whoever pitches for Springfield in the 9th inning. The Cardinals have a 10-run lead. Top of the Cardinal order, and Mike McCoy looking for his third base hit. Right-hand batter is 2 for 4 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Curveball from González in there for a strike. Wide stance for the batter, McCoy, as the 0-1 comes. And this is up high with a González fastball, 1-1. McCoy came into this series 5 for 28 in the month of June. He is 4 for 8 in the series. The 1-1 pitch, broken bat flare to shallow left center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Base hit number 12 for the Cardinals, and McCoy collects his third of the afternoon. The only time a Traveler pitcher set down the Cards in order today was the first inning. González went through McCoy, Gorecki, and Richardson, striking out the last 2 batters. It's been a tough go ever since. Here's Gorecki, 1 for 4 with a homer. And the first pitch is up high, ball 1. Gorecki homered in the 5th, reached on an error in the 3rd. The pitch, fastball at the letters, a called strike, 1-1. McCoy off of first, hands on his knees. And the 1-1 pitch from González. Gorecki swings and misses out of slider, strike 2. Every time Gorecki comes to the plate, he's got those chants of Reid Gorecki. And it's the same 2 people doing it time and time again. The 1-2 pitch. Swing a fly ball to left field. That is Peel waiting for it. Back a few feet, and he's got it. And it's the first scoreless inning thrown by a Traveler pitcher since the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left in the 8th for the Cardinals. And we'll take it to the top of the 9th. Springfield 11, Arkansas 1. This is Air America Little Rock 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Top of the ninth inning, the Cardinals bring on their third pitcher of the afternoon. Kevin Uhl will try to close this one out. 11-1 Springfield. Travelers scored the first run of the game. The Cardinals scored the next 11. Hitting 5 solo homers. And just dominating the Travs since the start of the third. So it's Uhl to come on and try to close this one out. Rich Calamandri pitched a 1-2-3-8, getting 1 strikeout. Uhl, a 5'11 left-hander from Middletown, New York, pitched his college ball at Marist. 20th appearance for the left-hander, a 2-1 record, and a 3.60 ERA. Matt Brown leads off the ninth. Brown, the only Traveler to select a couple of hits today. He's 2 for 3, 2 doubles. Pitch from Uhl is hit into left field, a base hit. Line drive single from Matt Brown. It's just the second single for the Travelers today. And Brown 3 for 4 after going without a hit in 12 straight at-bats. Out of first baseman Greg Porter. Many of the 6,000-plus fans who came to Hammond Field are making their way out for other Sunday afternoon plans. Porter 0 for 3, and the pitch is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Uhl will come set, and the 0-1 pitch. Porter a check swing on a curve. Plate umpire Larson says he went through. Strike 2. Uhl hasn't pitched in 5 days. Just a third of an inning at Wichita. This is third outing of the month of June. The Cardinals have used him sparingly. The 0-2 pitch is hit towards first base. One hops Richardson, plays it, and he'll beat Porter to the bag for an unassisted put out while Brown goes to second base. Nice play by Richardson. Porter hit that one right on the screws. But it is the 4th time Porter is out today, so he'll finish 0 for 4. Matt Pauley is 0 for 3. Pauley has struck out twice and fouled out to third base. Man at second is Brown. At least like to see the Travs score the last run of this game and not lose by 10. The pitch. And the curve, and it's inside, ball 1. Uhl checks second and deals a 1-0. Pauley swings and misses. Big curveball from Uhl. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals getting a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. Maybe just get some work in. Mark Worrell, who is their closer. The 1-1 to Pauley, fastball low, ball 2. Worrell has saved 15 games and is a Texas League All-Star. He's just getting some work in. Cardinals haven't had a save situation for him for a while. The 2-1 pitch to Pauley. And he'll take ball 3 down and inside. Travs about to lose their 4th in a row after winning 4 in a row. The 3-1 pitch. Pauley takes a strike at the knee. For a while there, it looked like the Travs were ready to turn things around. They had played some outstanding baseball in that Midland series and started off with 2 impressive games against Tulsa. Three-2 pitch. Pauley swings and misses, and Uhl slider. Finish off Pauley. 3rd time Pauley struck out. And he's 0 for 4. Now it's Gates coming up. Gates, the only Trav besides Brown to be on base twice. A double in the second and a walk in the seventh. It was 1 for 2. 2 outs and an 11-1 deficit for Arkansas. The pitch is a curve, and it's in there. Strike 1. Boole's still working carefully. He doesn't want to run to score on his watch. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Curve in the dirt, strike 2. The 1,000 or so Cardinal fans that are left get to their feet, anticipating the final out coming up shortly. Boole delivers the 0-2. And it's in the dirt, ball 1. Gates taking that pitch. Plate umpire tosses that ball away. Brown leading away from second. Gates trying to bring the Travs their second run. The pitch again to the dirt. Johnson blocks it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking for the sign. And the 2-2 pitch. Gates takes ball 3. A slider that time that was down and in. Brent Del Chiaro on deck. The stretch by Uhl, the 3-2 to Gates. Swing and a miss. A slider strikes him out. And this ball game is over. The Cardinals shellac the Travelers with an 11-1 final score. 4th straight loss for Arkansas, and now the Cardinals will watch the scoreboard and see how that Tulsa ball game goes. Springfield at the moment 2.5 games behind the Drillers for first place in the Texas League North. The winning pitcher will be Chris Lambert. Rafael Rodriguez takes the loss, no save. The Cardinals win it with 5 home runs. The only Traveler run came in the first on a Brandon Wood solo homer, his 14th of the year. The loss, the Travs are now 21-41. The Cardinals to 35-26. We'll have the unofficial totals in the game recap next. This has been Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Since 1901, the Arkansas Travelers have been making memories in the Natural State. Like John Young launching a home run over the Mills Freeway to win the '77 Texas League title. People still talk about the explosive performances of Captain Dynamite or the Travs leadoff batter for the 1976 season, 3'4" Roscoe P. Stidman, and the unbelievable home run heroics of recent Travs Tommy Murphy and Mike Napoli.
And it's a grand slam! Tommy Murphy wins the game with a walk-off grand slam!
Now you, your friends, and family are invited to create some memories of your own as the Travs charge to the 74th and final season at Ray Winter Field.
Double play ends it. The Travs are the East Division champions.
Come share the excitement as the Arkansas Travelers celebrate their history with another winning season. For tickets, call 664-1555 or visit Travs.com.
Henry Morales has hit another ball onto the freeway. Get out of here.
The Arkansas Travelers, still the greatest game on dirt.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Sand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Feature is optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northwood, Illinois.
Hey guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them from me?
Where? I mean, I remember eating the wings. Yeah, the wings were good. Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. Do you guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer? I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Bill Elson.
Tough day to be a Traveler today here at Hammons Field as Arkansas takes one on the chin by the final score of 11-1. Here are the unofficial final totals. Arkansas Travelers 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 6. Springfield 11 runs on 12 base hits, 1 error. Cardinals left 3 men on base. Winning pitcher Chris Lambert goes to 5-5. Rafael Rodriguez drops to 2-5 with the loss. Time of game 2 hours 46 minutes, and the paid crowd 6,631. This is the Allstate Insurance postgame report, brought to you by Allstate Insurance. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands? Trav seemed to be in good hands in the first inning as Brandon Wood hit a 2-out solo home run to left field, just barely got over the left field wall. Number 14 of the season for Wood, and the Travs had a 1-0 lead. Rafael Rodriguez pitched well in the first couple of innings, allowing just one man to reach. But it was Terry Evans with a solo homer in the second inning into the Arkansas bullpen in left field. His third of the series and his first of the ball game, tying it at 1. But then tide started to turn in the third inning after Rodriguez got a first out. Jarrett Hoffpauir singled to left field. Mike McCoy then hit a line drive single to center, moving Hoffpauir to second base. Reid Gorecki hit a pop-up into shallow right field. Eric Rodlin misjudged it, dropped the ball, and allowed the bases to load on that play. Juan Richardson followed with what proved to be the game-winning hit. A single to center field, scoring Hoffpauir and Richardson, giving the Cardinals a 3-0 lead. Rico Washington then hit an apparent double play ball to first base. Greg Porter fielded it cleanly, but his throw to second was a little bit offline, forcing Brandon Wood to come off the bag. There was a throwing error on Porter. Wood tried to get it out at first base, but neither Porter nor Rodriguez had covered at first. They may have been confused on who was supposed to cover. On that play, on the drop throw at first, Gorecki comes around second and scores to put the Cardinals ahead 4-1. And then Terry Evans delivers a 2-run double to right center, scoring both Richardson and Washington. So 5 runs in that third inning for them unearned. The Cardinals leading 6-1 following the third inning. Cardinals will do the rest of the scoring from there, much to the thanks of Chris Lambert, the Cardinals starting pitcher who held the Travelers without a run after the first inning. Over his 7 innings pitched, Lambert allowed only 5 hits and the 1 run while striking out 7 against just 2 walks. The Cardinals started to really show their power in the 5th inning. Gorecki, a leadoff home run to left field, his 13th. Just got over the outstretched glove of Aaron Peel, who tried to make a home run saving catch. Rodriguez came back for the 6th inning, and Gabe Johnson hit a towering solo home run to left center with 2 outs. Made the Cardinals up by 7-1. And then Rodriguez would intentionally hit Jarrett Hoffpauir with a fastball, forcing the plate umpire Barry Larson to ejecting from the ball game. Rodriguez left the ball game to a little bit of jeers from the crowd. Cooler heads had prevailed after Hoffpauir took a couple of steps towards the mound. No punches thrown, no benches emptied. Everything seemed to be fine. We never had any retaliation. But the Cardinals continued to tack on the runs against Rich Thompson. Mike McCoy stand in, and McCoy delivered a double to the left field wall, scoring Hoffpauir, and then Thompson in the 7th inning allows Richardson's leadoff home run over the batter's eye in straightaway center, and Terry Evans hit his second home run of the game, fourth of this series in just 2 games. Evans' solo shot to right field capped the scoring at 11-1. Springfield goes to 35-26 with a victory, while the Travelers fall to 21-41. The season series firmly in the corner of the Springfield Cardinals. Springfield 8-3 against Arkansas this season. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance postgame report, we'll check out the score in the Texas League at Tulsa. Springfield at the moment just 2.5 games out. We'll check that score and get through the Major League scoreboard as well right after this. Air America Little Rock 1380 KTXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Digital. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T with its passion to invent and SBC with its drive to deliver have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Pardon me, folks. Got to turn that microphone up. We've got to get those scores on to you here. Wichita beats the Tulsa Drillers today by a 5-4 final score. Devon Lowry picking up his second win, while the winning run comes on Wichita's homer in the top of the 9th inning by Mitch Meyer, his 8th of the season. So the Cardinals draw within 2 games of first place Tulsa in the North Division. Lowry with the win 2-0. Jim Miller the loss 0-1. Ryan Braun saved his 8th. And the Drillers had a 4-run lead in the first inning with Joe Kashansky hitting his 15th home run of the season. But the Drillers wouldn't score the rest of the way as they lose a game to the Cardinals in the standings, and now Springfield 2 games back with just 7 games left. Elsewhere in the league tonight, Midland and Frisco, 7 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be 6 o'clock Central. And San Antonio and Corpus Christi tonight, 7:05 first pitch. Travis Blackley pitching for the Missions. Roger Clemens makes the start for the Hooks. Clemens in his second start in rehab for the Astros after signing with Houston just a couple of weeks ago. Clemens is scheduled to pitch tonight for the Hooks. You can catch it at 7:05 on Fox Sports Southwest. Into the Major League portion of the scoreboard now. We go to the finals of the National League. Washington shuts out Philadelphia 6-0 with Hill picking up his first win against one loss. Hamels the loss 1-1. Darrell Ward and Robert Fick each a home run for the Nats. The Cubbies beat Cincinnati 9-3. Home runs by Cedeno, Nathy Perez, and Phil Nevin. Marmol the win, his record 1-0. Milton the loss 4-3. Reds got homers from Adam Dunn, his 20th. Brandon Phillips and David Ross. St. Louis a 7-5 winner at Milwaukee today. Jim Edmonds a couple of RBIs. Yadier Molina second home run. Aaron Hancock got the win. He's 3-2. Bush the loser 4-6. Isringhausen saved his 20th. 3 homers for the Brewers. Bill Hall, Ricky Weeks, and Prince Fielder. At Houston, the Astros get 3 home runs, 2 from Eric Munson and 1 from Jason Lane, as the Astros beat up on the Braves 14-4. Chipper Jones, Edgar Renteria, and Jeff Francoeur all homered for the Braves. Former Round Rock Express lefty Wandy Rodriguez with a win is 8-3. Horacio Ramirez, the loser, 2-2. Over to the American League now. First game of a day-night doubleheader at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox get a walk-off homer from David Ortiz, a 3-run shot. His 18th of the season as the Red Sox stun Texas 5-4. Manny Ramirez also a home run for the Red Sox, his 16th. Del Carmen the win, 1-0. Otsuka the loser, 2-2. Home run for the Rangers, Kevin Mench, his 11th. Oakland drops the Yankees for the 4th straight game, 6-5 at the stadium. Dan Johnson, former Midland Rockhound first baseman, 2 home runs. Nick Swisher hit his 17th. Barry Ziuta, the winner, is 7-3. Kyle Farnsworth took the loss. He's 2-4. Houston Street save number 14. Yankees did get a home run from Jorge Posada. The Tigers, 10-5 winners at Toronto. Pudge Rodriguez a home run and 5 runs batted in. That helps overcome the Blue Jays' 4 home runs. Benji Molina, Troy Gloss, Shea Hillenbrand, and Alex Rios. Nate Robertson with a victory, 6-3. Telbenheim, the loser, 0-3, and Joel Zumaya came on for his first save. Tampa Bay, an 8-2 win at Kansas City. The Devil Rays with 6 home runs, 2 by each from Johnny Gomes and Carl Crawford. Julio Lugo and Aubrey Huff also go deep for the Devil Rays. Scott Shields, the former Angel reliever, 2-0 with a victory. Scott Ellerton drops to 1-8 for the last place Kansas City Royals, who fall to 16-45. Minnesota blanks Baltimore 4-0. Francisco Liriano, 1 hit over 7 innings for his 5th win, and Justin Morneau counted his 14th home run. Eric Bedard, the losing pitcher, 5-6. The Angels have lost today, 6-2 to the Seattle Mariners, so the Mariners sweep the Angels in that series, sending Jeff Weaver to his 9th loss against 3 wins. Felix Hernandez pitched well for his 6th win. Raul Ibanez and Jeremy Reed each going deep for the Mariners. A new final score coming out of Colorado. The Dodgers win at the Rockies 6-5. Rockies carried a lead into the top of the 9th inning, but the Dodgers scored twice against Brian Fuentes for the win. Danny Baez the winner, 4-3. Saito saving his 4th. Matt Kemp 2 home runs for the Dodgers, and Todd Helton hit his 5th for the Rockies. Games in progress right now. Second game of the doubleheader at Fenway Park, and the Rangers leading in the 3rd inning 5-0. Top 7 at San Diego, Florida 6, the Padres 2. Cody Ross a home run, his 3rd. Pittsburgh trailing San Francisco in the top of the 7th, 4-2. Ray Durham a homer for the Giants, his 5th. And the Mets have a 6-0 lead at Arizona in the top of the 4th inning. Later tonight, 7:09 first pitch at Chicago. On ESPN, the White Sox look to sweep the Cleveland Indians. White Sox send righty Freddie Garcia with a 7-3 record against Jake Westbrook, who comes in 5-3. Those are the scores from around the Texas and the major leagues on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard, and you can catch low fares online at southwest.com. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report, we wrap it up after this on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Wrapping things up from Hammond Field as the Travs take their 4th loss in a row, and it's a tough loss today. Final score, Springfield 11 and Arkansas 1. Here are the official final totals. Arkansas 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 6 runners left. Cardinals 11 runs on 12 hits, 1 error, and 3 men left. Winning pitcher is Chris Lambert, and Lambert's record is 5-5. The loss goes to Rafael Rodriguez. He falls to 2-5. No save in the ball game. It took 2 hours 41 minutes to play. 6,631 paid to see it here at Hammond Field. Home runs in the ball game. Brandon Wood for the Travelers hit his 14th of the year. And the Cardinals hit 5 home runs, 2 by Terry Evans. He has 4 in 3 games in the Texas League. Reid Gorecki hit his 13th. Gabe Johnson hit his 1st of the year. And Juan Richardson hit number 12 for his season. Our BC Powder player of the game, it's going to be a split between Terry Evans and Chris Lambert. Evans, who over this series now has driven in 11 runs with 4 homers and 7 base hits. He drove in 4 runs today, 7 runs yesterday. And the other player of the game will be Chris Lambert, who really had a fantastic outing. The best he's looked against the Travs in 2 years. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts, walked only 2. Was in command with his fastball, his breaking pitch, and his changeup. So Chris Lambert and Terry Evans shared today's BC Powder Player of the Game award. BC Powder, the official pain reliever of the Arkansas Travelers. Gets into your system fast, goes to work fast. Headaches, backaches, muscle pain, nothing works faster than BC. Use as directed. We'll go to Game 3 of the series tomorrow as the Travs try to end a 4-game losing streak. Now with a record of 21-41, Springfield up to 35-26. Pitching matchup tomorrow evening. Traveler right-hander Chris Hunter on the mound. Hunter comes in with a record of 1-5 and a 7.80 ERA. All-star right-hander Stu Pomeranz will pitch for the Cardinals. His record 6-2 with a 4.04 ERA. First pitch is scheduled for 7:10. So we'll have the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:50 here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. I'd like to thank Brad Hicks back at the studios for getting us on the air the right way. Always a good job done by Brad. To the folks at minorleaguebaseball.com getting this broadcast on the internet, and to you fans for staying tuned to the broadcast today. I'm Phil Elson. Once again, that final score from Hammond Field in Springfield. The Cardinals 11 and the Travelers 1. Folks, don't forget it's only a game. We'll talk baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.